checking if we were going to go and cooking with that one. But
a fulfillment of the
internet lags, that's a shame.
Every single day we have... Every day, every single game, we got pauses. Oh my god.
Did we have one without? Maybe we had one without. I don't remember.
No. We had a pause in the previous
series.
Oh yeah,
too. We did have it in both games. Yeah. As for some reason in my head it was it was a 3-game series, but it wasn't.
So what are we cooking in regards to techies? What are you saying?
I just.
What
I mean, this is obviously the best pass, I think, but I do like squeeze scope. It's so silly. One attack range and attack projectile for each point of attack speed.
Okay, I see. The meme one.
Yeah.
But it was either between Stash or Secret Source were the options.
I know. I was trying to fuck with you,
making sure we're on the same page. I'm like, wait a second, you want the dumb one? Alright. No, I like the fact that he didn't go for Spoon Stash. I think there is... You know, when we think about techies used to be the hero that was the super dominant laner that you couldn't deal with. Like, he keeps throwing out sticky bombs. He blasts off to either, disengage a fight because, everyone gets hit by it, or you take the fight on top of it. So, yeah, I like the fact that he's just gone for all damage. Just secure that lane, be aggressive as possible, shove them back to the jungle if you can. We'll see if it works out, but yeah. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby indeed.
Yeah, we have a pause, unfortunately, guys. There are some lags on the old internet. But we hopefully will be starting soon.
Alright, I wonder how each of these lanes is going to go then. I mean, you've got the probably mid-invoker versus, well, definitely mid-invoker against probably the Sand King. We have entertained the possibility, the slight chance, the low fraction possibility that we flex that Broodmother to mid. Looking at items, that's not going to happen though. Sand King's even got a bottle queued up. My goodness, he is amped up and ready to go. Okay. Over the top lane then, it's going to be the Broodmother and the Hoodwink laning out versus the Medusa and the Clockwork. So yeah, not a very exciting lane, I would say. This is just going to be a complete trade and farm. And then when the Broodmother hits 6, probably just going to force out the Medusa into the jungle. How much pressure can a unchecked Broodmother put on a Medusa after the laning phase when the tower's fallen?
Broodmother just crushes it.
Yeah, kind of thought as much.
Yeah. Like the only hero in the game that can actually stop Brood from taking over a tower is Timbersaw in this game early on. And obviously as the game goes later and you have like Manta Butterfly, Medusa will do it very easily. So like Medusa is the timer against Broodmother pretty much. Levels enable Timbersaw to do it. But even when you think about the damage, like Clock doesn't really kill Brood because Spiderlings will soak up the Battery Assault. Techies can allow for the slows for Timber to do damage, but it really is, if Timber is there, you kill. If both supports and Invoker are there, you can kill, but you are looking at like a lot of combinations, right? Double support plus Invoker, or Timber plus Techies to kill off the Broodmother. And on top of that, don't forget you are then trying to stop a Sand King getting a Bloodstone, a DG farming up his 2 items, and that is why heroes like Brood, Huskar are also potent within the draft. As if you need your key heroes that are playmakers to shut them down, you often them will enable the people that you kind of want to shut down to also farm. So your playmakers kind of get forced to play your game rather than get to play their own game.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we are currently trying to fix the issues. I say we, it's more noticed.
Their best engineers are on the case. They're working on it right now. Sometimes ping 700. That's not good.
I'm going to reconnect as well myself. Why not, for the fun of it? Risk not being able to rejoin. Sounds fun, yeah.
Everyone else seems to be really enjoying it, so you should join in the fun. Why should you miss out? Hey.
I'll just fake claim I got some lag for the fun of it.
Yeah. Join in with the old chat. So on the bottom time, we got Antares on the techies with Noticed on the Timbersaw. I don't know. I feel like with the facet which they've both got, it's kind of implying that they're really looking to double down on kill potential in lane. That's my read. Well, I guess we're only waiting 5 minutes, guys. That's some good news.
Woo!
I mean, there's no one missing.
I
I'll
had-
just be playing on ping, so it's kind of whatever.
Oh, I was about to fully abandon the game. I was about to misclick. That would have been very awkward.
Been dumb. Sad face. Why is Panto sad facing?
Oh, there you go. I fixed my issue.
What's been your favorite bug in Dota history? The most entertaining bug you can remember? I'll go first whilst you think. I really used to enjoy it when you used to get to like 70 plus minutes when the map just started falling apart.
Yeah.
That was so hype.
True.
I love that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you knew you were in for like you were in the middle of a sick game when the game was literally breaking around you. My biggest disappointment in Valve is that they never embraced that, you know? Like Dota's built of bugs, right? Like so much in Dota is just bugs which became features.
Yeah.
Like literally 10% of mechanics or something in it is like a bug which became a feature. And wouldn't it have been so cool if past 60 minutes, you know, the neutral items drop, you have like maybe a few minutes to get, and then like the map just starts breaking, just cosmetically, obviously. Nothing actually changes, but you know, as the lava starts to spill out of the dire base, you know, like the roots start to take over the radiant base, is just like rotting. Oh my god!
I mean, people have
so cool.
People have called for the idea of like the creep waves and like your map position enables like the radiant to take over the dire side cosmetically, right? And the idea that if you were to win the game, then like if you let's say your radiant you
Everything's
win, then like the dire
green!
side becomes green. Yeah,
Yay!
exactly. But all of VP
Wow,
just
that's not a good
disconnect.
All right, go, we're ready, go.
No, but the thing as well is, for my favorite bug was Darkseer. It's nothing crazy, but his level 10 talent didn't work. I did a video on it because for about, I don't know, let's say maybe 6 months plus, pro players were taking it, thinking it did 10% more damage, when in reality it didn't do anything. So the idea that pro players from tier 1, 2, and 3, and even like everyone was taking it, and it did nothing. So it's the idea like if that can exist and pros don't even know, then like how many other bugs do you think exist in Dota and no one even knows?
Yeah.
Like there could be a patch where you think you're getting more damage, but you never tested it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And there's also like issues where like there are bugs which some people do know about. Do they use them? I don't know.
Oh yeah, there was a bug that I found during PGL, which PGL Valahia. There was a bug where a hero was basically able to. I don't know. I haven't tested if it's fixed, but basically they're able to pretty much provide buyback gold to other heroes very easily.
Neat.
So I was like, oh, this is awful. So I believe that's been fixed now. I did that. I instantly passed that to the higher ups, and that was passed on to boss man Valve. But again, there are some bugs in Dota which are, if you know them and they are game breaking, you don't use them or advertise
it's
them.
not
You
worth
just,
the likes.
you very quickly tell the powers above of the potential ruin that could occur in pubs or pro play if they were to use it. Yeah. Not everything is needed on social media, guys. It's a crazy idea.
But your lunch is. Please post your lunch on social media. I want to see it every time.
Yeah.
The more
Or your
mundane,
kids,
the better.
cats or dogs, yeah.
Or a concert you're at from like a medium popular musician. I really want to see that shaky crowd shot of someone singing. It's really good. Or fireworks. Oh, fireworks videos, the best. Love fireworks videos. Well, we got one back from Virtus.pro.
They also had 5 minutes. I don't know how long has passed, but...
Well, the first pause was Liga's.
Oh!
What the? Oh, okay.
Wait, what? DK's teasing us here.
Oh, he's having some fun with it.
Fake pause, unpause. Add minutes time. I forgot to set my timer.
Wait, who? The first pause was Liga's pause, so we're actually like, yeah, we are now like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes into Virtus.pro's time.
Oh, get me out.
So I will. I'm keeping an eye on things. I've got my own stopwatches going. I am also the admin, by the way. I'm also
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. Do not say that. Do not say that.
To be clear, you're right.
Do not fake claim a role. That will probably be this.
No, so
This isn't Mafia. You don't have to. I know.
Well, I'm also. We've already established I'm playing, so.
Yeah, it's true.
I should probably reconnect. My famous Medusa. Oh, blimey. They are reconnecting, good to go. Boom, straight away into the game. Let's go. No messing around, no checking. Do you want to check our pings? Nah, get in here. Let's click. All right, sweet.
It does look like the pings are pretty stable. Everyone's sitting around about 20 to 30, so yeah, we are good to go.
Neat. Smoke up very late from Virtus.pro. They're going to look for some action. What will they find? Who will they find? Where will they find them? Will they kill them? So many questions here to be answered in ESL One Bangkok EU Qualifier. L1ga sees Kiritich. Put some webs on her. Yeah, get him with them necrotic webs. Just kidding. No one takes that anymore.
Do you think Panto on the Chen will only put 3 points in Holy Persuasion just to ensure the fact that he can have the Mind Stealer pretty much always available with instant spawn? Because look against Medusa, it is incredibly good.
Wow, yeah. Kiritich is in trouble. He's going to have to TP forward. But yeah, you may be right. Satya Mind Stealer is just better. Is that how it works then at level 5?
At level 4, it then changes to the bigger creep, yeah. The blaster guy.
Interesting.
But it's like, obviously, you're then stopping yourself getting any level 6 jungle creep, which also can be pretty grief. I feel like it's just like as soon as the patch came out, I was like, oh wait, so Chens can just keep this at 3 and never have the issue of, oh wait guys, I don't have the jungle creep yet. But the trade-off is you really just starve yourself on strong jungle creeps the entire time. But if you hate Medusa, you can do this. Just so out of nowhere in the middle of the fight, you you birth this lad mid-fight and just go farewell mana.
Just a quick mid-fight birth. That's what I miss about Lifestealer. Bring him back. Used to love a good Lifestealer just randomly popping out. Hello. So few carries in the game at the moment. I really just feel like the carry pool is the most restricted it's ever been.
No, it's like Alk, DK, Medusa, Luna,
Gyro.
Gyro tries to be a carry. He tries to keep up with the cool kids. Kind of fails.
Yeah, Terra's struggling to win these trade battles. Actually taking a ton of damage here. They're going to try and bring down the techies in the bottom lane. Right clicks coming through with the Breathe Fire. That'll finish the job. Violent gets himself a first blood on the DK. Great start for him.
League's entire kind of concept is built around getting early cheap kills, set up your map position, and then play from there. And the earlier you get the kills in the bot lane, the quicker the Chen can feel like he can make some moves. But with the mana burn creep, Timbersaw does not get to play this lane out. Sure, he has a stick, but yeah, this is a really great utilization of the summon convert. Otherwise, the DK would just be getting spammed down by the constant whirling deaths and sticky bombs.
Ooh, top lane.
Top lane,
has been caught here on the tree, but L1ga's the one taking too much damage from Kiritich and will actually fall from that. Snake doing good damage onto the spider. You know, Snake does eat spider. That is how that one goes.
Sounds like a waste of energy for the snake. Like he could eat a lot bigger things in the animal kingdom, but sure.
True, they're like rodents, don't they? Oh, watch out, Hoodwink.
Great Medusa game.
Yeah, fantastic. Mid lane, Squadix just chasing down Mirage. Right click comes through, gets the kill. Squadix putting in work in the middle lane. A rare solo kill for him. I mean, rare is in mid lane.
That sounded kind of flame.
Oh my god. That sounded really rude. I'm sorry, Squadix.
Oh my god, fine. Wow, look at the mid laner getting a kill.
Actually does something.
No, you mean more the idea that mid lane often just farms and they fight elsewhere on the map. You don't get the classic 1v1 duels of a player outplaying another player, right? No, man?
No, I'm in the first.
Oh, fair enough. Donking him, why not?
I'm not opposed.
All right, so that's a kill on every lane then. Very nicely done. Bottom lane we had the techies dying. Mid lane we had the Sand King dying, and top lane we had the Broodmother dying. What a nice even kill. They also all happen one at a time. They're very nice. These guys must like observers, I think.
They're very disciplined, for sure.
Like, now we'll kill the bottom lane, now we'll kill the top lane, now we'll kill the mid lane.
Just trying to check if anyone's doing anything different on their heroes. I feel like other than techies, everything else should be very stock standard. Like, skill builds are pretty much universal across all the heroes. There really isn't anything that is like, oh my god, wow, this player's doing what? It's just a very standard looking game. Stacks.
Yeah, we're done with
Being made up by the techies on dire side. Yeah, we're done with the creativity of the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just back to some normal dope.
Oh, 1J, run! He might just get away from this. Clockwork trying to chase. The Clockwork is a little faster by the looks of it, so 1J's days aren't numbered. He's going to have the cooldowns available.
That's a good
1J
cogs.
trying to escape. The cogs will not land, though. Not very good cogs, I would say. 1J
Oh, I look cool.
might be able to escape. Yeah, I thought it was going to catch him on the stairs as well, but doesn't quite land.
I think the fact that he caught him inside the cogs was the key thing, but not pressing the old battery assault whilst he's inside the cogs
And Kiritich gets burnt.
was the rough one.
Oh, that's really rough for Virtus.pro, because not only do they not get the kill onto the Hoodwink, but Panto rotates, and they're able to, the double Satyrs just blast down Medusa. That's really unfair.
It's not, it's in the game, it's fair and balanced.
Go on, get him again. Get him, Satyrs. Pew! Pew! There you go, half health effectively. Wonderful.
Like, if I had to choose between like an anti-mage or a Chen, I'd take Chen every single time.
This does seem better. The range is pretty ridiculous. All right, here we go. The boys are ready. And in we go again. Pew! Pew! No health left. Kiritich is very, very vulnerable. 1J finds him on the side, and 1J and Panto should just run him down. Mirage comes in for absolutely no reason. They did lose L1ga again, though, to be fair. And Terez and Ike, eyes on the prize as Squadix comes through with this, but they are at a huge numbers disadvantage, and a Haste Rune Sand King. He's cooking up the epicenter right now, looking into Ike. Does he want Squadix, though? He might, but he's not going to get him. We'll have to settle for the Clockwork, but he'll take it. It's a double kill for Mirage, as a bit of a beatdown up in the top lane for the side of Virtus.pro.
Yeah. Panto just showcasing how strong the Holy Persuasion with Summon Convert is in the early game, and yeah, Medusa just can't lane into it. What's giving you the vibes?
I'm liking this. L1ga heading over towards the middle lane. If he just hangs out here, he's going to very quickly get 6. And as you mentioned before in the draft, you know, like the Invoker cannot withstand this. But boringly, it does look like L1ga's heading back towards the top lane.
It's fine. Like, you take top tower, you can still move to mid. Like, the fact that Medusa is so deep into the jungle, low leveled, will just give Liga all the confidence to make the moves in the game. And yeah, this is what you want to do. Be noisy. Don't allow your DK to be ganked, and he reads it really nicely. Instantly disengages. Goes back to the protection of his tier 2. Understands that everyone's missing because that Radiant Ward in the dire jungle, connecting kind of the mid tier 2 area, is giving them so much information on where they should be on the map. As they are diving Clockwork. He tried to play behind the tower, but this is not really possible against Broodmother. And then the pick-off potential of both Chen and Hoodwink. The tower isn't really dying yet, but eventually it will. Brood will be hitting 6 after this wave. And you can feel the discomfort in VP, right? They brought multiple heroes bot lane, they didn't get the DK, they then kind of slowly walk back to their lanes, clock dies top. I think League are going to be very happy with the pacing of the game right now.
And now it begins the spider takeover. Horrifying stuff. I'm wondering what the Brood goes for here. Do you reckon this is a Diffusal Brood game?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Used to be kind of popular back in the day, but usually on the carry Broods.
It could be overkill. Like, it is very good against Timber and Medusa. But yeah, you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it is a Diffusal game. Just so he can buy like BKB Diffusal, just lock onto a target, burn their mana, and then DK just does the kind of like the killing blow.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like this is the type of game where he has a lot of room to buy whatever he wants, right? Like, this is going to be about 5 or 6 minutes of uncontested farm for the side of Liga before VP try to do something again.
Yeah.
That'll give Albica enough time to identify what he needs.
And even when you're looking towards the ideas of auras and, you know, can they play without them? Well, they won't really have to because Panto's in the game on the Chen, and they're going to be able to bring down Ike here with ease. Really can't be turning up to the Brood Mother lane like that and not expecting to get burst down. But yeah, the Chen's is going to be farming up this whole time as well. He can get your auras if you need him to, so yeah, really, really like open game for the Brood, more so than any Brood in history.
It's another way to amplify the pressure onto Medusa, right? Because
Spider Pig.
1 second, let's see if Brood can walk away real quick. He does
I
have.
don't think so. Global heal comes out, but it's not going to be enough. Nodus runs him down. Chakram damage way too much.
So yeah, the thing with the Brood Chen combo is when Brood takes over the enemy jungle, the spiders scout out, so then Chen can steal the camps. And now Medusa, normally at this stage of the game, would be farming this area of the map. So she's kind of relegated to overlapping with the Timber to survive the area.
Ha.
Nice and stop. Oh, very close.
Jeez.
Nearly got out. But once Brood gets back into the game, I like the fact that these two heroes really just shut down the entire jungle through just the kind of the natural pressure they apply.
Squadix sees, sees the Brood, immediately tries to answer the tornado. It is difficult inside of that web, though, to be fair. Very, very quick on the Brood, so. Squadix and Ake are waiting by the side. Ah, okay, I was going to say they're standing completely still, and now I know why. They've all disconnected from the game again.
Yeah.
Rutro Spaghettio, time for another break. All right, so they ended on about like 4
Oh, damn,
5.
look at Panto.
Oh my god,
waits-
Panto. He's already
but before
back, dude.
No. Like, instantly, guys, so what's the time? To be fair, we are very close to 10 minutes. Like, we are very, very close.
We're not for Virtus.pro. I think they're at about
Are we
6.
not?
No, we're at about 6 minutes for them. And that was maybe like another minute off on my counter at least. I don't know, maybe the admin's counter is different.
Okay. Fair play. Oh.
Uh-oh. The pause when they've all reconnected is scary. I don't like that one.
That is, yeah, that's a scare. Oh, no. Maybe they just have each other muted, so they just didn't know that they should be playing it.
It's a very weird disconnect though. Like, everybody just immediately disconnects and then reconnects again. It's like...
I mean, they're on boot camp, right? So.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's still odd for that to happen. Usually you want to take a minute to get the pings figured out, you know, reconnect, but it seems like maybe there's a fuse which keeps going. Ooh, Mirage getting down to the low ground. Doesn't matter though. Ike's upon him, and we'll kill him off.
It's actually a really tactical, advanced version of the puppy pause, right? Like the idea that you...
Yeah.
Guys, we're ganking Mirage, but disconnect in 3, 2, 1, disconnect, and then...
No, it's just the coach. He's just got like a button which turns everybody's PCs off.
Yeah.
And he just goes, disconnect, and he runs into the room and goes, okay, right, we're going to go this around on the right side, everybody. And then they're like, yep, okay, and then he unpauses. Lets them back
Just
in
for
the game.
legal reasons, that does not happen.
Might.
Before we accuse VP of doing actual ban-worthy stuff.
Allegedly.
Oh no. Again, they don't do this. Thank you very much. They are mid lane.
They
I hate that word so much, actually.
It's just like... Lawyers hate this one word. Ooh, DD on the top side. I'm gonna go to Mirage.
Oh wow. Albica going for the boots of bearing on the Brood Mother.
Oh yeah. Oh, he wants to party with his spiders. He is going for the full-on feeding frenzy build.
Repositioning. There's no major stuns that we mentioned for VP. So if you get hit by like a cold snap or you get hit by a little bit of a slow from a techies, just pop the boots of bearing, reposition. Also constantly amps up the DK. Like again, we said that this is a game where DK is going to get a lot of buff ups. You're going to have a solo crest down the line potentially from the Chen or the Hoodwink. You're going to have the boots of bearing now on the Broodmother,
Is under attack.
plus an AC and stuff, like, because Brood can buy that. Like, there's a lot of natural items that Radiant like to buy that will make sure DK feels like the true carry of the game.
And in just 100 XP's time, we will find out what the Chen is going to do. He's about to hit level 7.
Oh, that's true. Okay, let's keep an eye on Chen. What's his level 7? To be fair, I would expect him probably just to level it, just so he can use the bigger creeps in the jungle. But the fact that you have access to centaurs at level 5, like, you need, like, what are you missing? You're missing like a troll. Okay, takes it. I was trying. What are the level 6 jungle creeps? It's like troll. What else is there? Satyr Tormentor, which is the Shockwave Hadouken kind of guy.
Yeah,
Then you have, yeah, troll. Is it just those two?
Just
Am I
those
missing
two,
anything
isn't it?
else?
Don't believe so.
Is it really worth getting both of either of those?
Nope. Is there any other aspect of the spell which you would want to take it for?
Is under attack.
I mean, the
I guess
creeps get
max
stronger,
units,
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty buddy. Alright.
Oh, instant unpause. My DK is just too used to instant unpausing from pubs, I feel.
They have no time, my goodness.
Oh,
They're sick of
admin.
this.
Oh,
They're sick of this. They're done.
they're pretty sick of this. They are all egregiously out of position for a port. They all auto run back to base, right? Calm down.
God damn.
Damn, son. I mean, to be fair though, it is very fair. And like, as much as we're memeing the DK, like, if they are out of pause time and they disconnect with 0 pause time, then Liga they don't have to keep the pause. Like, if you have 0 pause time available and you're disconnecting, like, that unfortunately is your technical setup failing you, and not the fact that Liga should have to wait past the official pause
Radiant's
time,
middle
right?
tower
So
is under attack.
if in the next pause, if the admin says there's 0 pause time, then, you know, disconnects will just hamper VP's ability to play the game without Liga having to obviously wait.
Oh, and
There is not an
Terrors.
infinite amount of pause time. Then.
Oh, dodge!
Oh, wait,
Duke! Oh, he's dead. Yeah,
Deny!
deny!
Nice. There we go. The Tormentor, I did
Smooth.
something, guys.
Yeah.
He was rewarded by Sank. Actually, he was punished by Sanking technically, but
Yeah,
either
enemy
way.
team.
Now Liga on the hunt for the BKBs. Both Broodmother and DK are looking to complete them. Pretty content on farming. They
Aren't
shut
we
down the
all?
Medusa from laning phase. They don't have any mana burn capabilities anymore because Panto sacrificed his creep, which it upsets me a little bit. I feel like right now, at this stage of the game, you smoke with Sanking, have double convert out, or like 1 convert out or whatever. Actually, technically, you only have 1 convert out because it doesn't go on cooldown, so you only have 1. But then you'd find one from jungle. So it's like, either way, you'd still be able to burn a lot of mana having 1 available at any time. And then when the game gets a bit more map play, you then take the 4th point.
Oh, nice
One
hook
J
shot.
getting hooked in the
Very
bot lane,
nice
yeah.
hook shot. Beautiful hook shot. But the damage is not there to follow up. And, well, IJ actually will end up going down, but Ike will fall as well. And it's looking like Antares is in some trouble as well. But no, never mind. Mirage falls as well. So, beautiful moves here from Virtus.pro as they look in towards the Broodmother. Brood on the run. The Spider Pig runs away. Does escape.
Look how quick he is.
Yes.
He's zooming out of there.
Speedy. Boots
Yeah,
of Bear and
Sanking
Spider
tried
Pig
to-
ain't no joke.
Tried to go for the big play, but hits the stun without using the epicenter. Kind of rushing his initiation to the fight. If he used the epi, he would have killed both. He also had Illusion Rune available. Doesn't pop that.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Couple little blunders from Mirage there on the Sanking. VP will be very happy that they're able to kind of clean up, you know, a kill or two to help them out.
16 minutes into this game. Felt like longer,
Yes.
probably because of the constant disconnects. Remember when
Are
we
you
were?
excited for the next one?
I'm very excited for the next one, but this
feel
is
like-
this is calmer because I was very mean. I said, "Haha, suck at all the casters. You got to deal with the other team, which disconnects a lot." And now we have this. So
That's true.
my
Yeah.
bad, everybody. Oh, yeah.
But don't forget that every single time VP 5-man disconnects,
Yeah, but another
DK
10
will get
seconds.
slowly more tilted. Yeah.
Yep. And they'll get 5 seconds closer to their reserve time running out. I mean, they only have about 2 minutes left at this point, so it is pretty close. But unless it was VP pausing at the start, but I don't think it was. I think it was League who paused at the start.
I don't think League is disconnected. You know? How have they disconnected from the
No,
game?
but we had that pause at the very beginning, remember? No one was disconnecting, we just sat there paused for like 5 minutes, and I think that was Liga.
Mate, honestly, I forgot how many pauses we had. It all just blends.
You gotta
into
keep
one
an
at
eye.
this
That's
point.
what I'm more focused on that than the gameplay. It's the important stuff. So I feel like that's
The
going to
pause per
determine the
minute.
game more than the gameplay.
Yeah.
Noticed on the run. Oh, what a hero! Ike stands in the way of the sharpshooter. Gets noticed out. I mean, Notice was kind of fine anyway, and he's going to die for this. But I'm going to pretend he did a good thing anyway.
It's now 18 minutes and they're around the Roshan pit. They are waddling over.
It's a very disparaging way of saying it. They are striding into that pit.
No, they are waddling. Encumbered by their
Running.
items, thus they must waddle with
They do have a lot of items. 1k gold advantage. No joke.
massive. Well, the DK is
He's
pretty healthy
bolted.
for 18 minutes. Yeah, 11k net worth. Take this Aegis. This will be the knocking on the front door of some buildings.
Yoink. Aegis now belongs to Violent. Very scary DK. Aegis BKB. Yeah, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Beautiful drawing on the map.
Radiant's
All
All right,
the
just
DK.
to get the out of
Under attack.
context clip, Nomad. It's been enough time that it might happen, so don't mind me. So yeah, like I said, guys, VP are going to disconnect in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Okay, I tried.
Good try. Good try.
If that connected, right? If that actually hit, then that would have been such a hype clip. Oh my god, T has the
Everyone will be
power.
like,
What's he
wait,
doing?
is T doxing? DDoSing, sorry.
Doxing? I'm not doxing. But Nomad does live at the following address.
is under attack.
I don't mind. Come over. Tier 1 tower on the bottom side, going to be the first one to fall victim to this DK who's about to go on an absolute tower murdering spree right here. He's got his Aegis, he's got a big net worth, he's ready to make sure that Liga know about it. Liga are trying to do a bit of pushing of their own, but they ain't got a whole lot to push. It's Tier 1 up on the top side, and it's not looking particularly tasty. The squad is going to try and run it down regardless, but they will be trading a Tier 2 for this one, which isn't ideal at all. Ante with his lovely Verdurous Dale.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Orchid up for L1ga as well, so we went for the Boots of Bearing into the Orchid. Wondering if this is going to be a full Bloodthorn or not. I mean, it does sound really, really nice. With the Boots of Bearing into Bloodthorn, you're just going to tear people apart with your army of spiders. Add to that Feeding Frenzy. My word, we are cooking. Let's see, they're trying to steal the Tormentor here on the side of Virtus.pro. Can they do it in time? Yes, they can. Can they get out? Is a bigger question. The answer is, well, mostly. They've lost Antares, but who really cares? He got himself the Tormentor, he got himself the Shard. More than happy to go down there. Really, really nice disengage there from Virtus.pro.
And this is the type of play that actually shifts, you know, the Aegis away from your buildings, right? You can see on the minimap, DK, he's drawing, guys, push out mid, push out top. We need to just get this Aegis to start hitting the towers. As Medusa, he's going to have the butterfly. 200 gold. That is not going to be fun. The League's entire build is about, you know, pressuring pre-Medusa being online, having the overwhelming amount of damage from 3 cores. As, you know, time progresses, Medusa doesn't really care about sanking Broodmother down the line. Sure, DK with, you know, the items he can buy can punish him, a potential Bloodthorn or an MKB or something, but yeah, at the moment, Liga want to be progressing the tower state and
Is under attack.
not reacting to a pesky VP. Also, oh wow, they actually have double Orchid complete. So DK got one, of course, Bruno earlier completed one, so now they have 2 Orchids and a Sand King Bloodstone. Like, if there ever was a time for Liga to fight, it would be right now.
I mean, Liga are pretty happy to take anything they can find. It's just whether Virtus.pro are going to give it to them. That seems to be the
Dire's
the bigger question. You know, seems to have been no so far. They're just trying to skate around the map, cause issues without really giving up any kills on major heroes where possible.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It's just kind of, yeah, every single outer tower been taken. Aegis probably going to run out, or hang out, control the map, and then wait for the next growth chance. So that's kind of the clock which Virtus.pro are waiting on. If another Aegis kind of comes, if another opportunity comes up before then they will try to distract. Otherwise, you're looking to... So you can maybe hunt when this Aegis runs out. That's what I'm anticipating Virtus.pro to do. The moment Aegis runs out, they'll have it timed. They'll get on map. They'll try and find something.
Brewmother also has the gem, so very, very spooky, being able to take over the map. And yeah, what would you prefer, Nomad, right now? Would you prefer Liga to crush into the high ground, or smoke across the map?
Smoke across the map.
Yeah, fair answer. The only secondary point to that would be, do you think DK might actually just wait for his entire Bloodthorn? Now they see the butterfly. Obviously, patience and entering the perfect fight is key. He is only a high percent away, so that could be the realm that they're in. You know, use the Aegis to safely farm up a Bloodthorn, then smoke, kill Medusa one time. She's invested heavily into a butterfly that is now soon to be fully countered. It shows a bit of discipline from Liga. Obviously, a lot of respect towards Medusa, but I think I'd like to think pre 30 minutes we'll really get a good understanding of if Liga are going to be able to do it or not. But actually, after all of that, they're 1,300 gold away from the Bloodthorn, and they smoke up. But they're not going to be finding anyone. They don't have a scan available. Actually, they do have one scan, sorry. They have one scan available. But they just blindly walk up it. I feel like that's a bit of a misplay. A little bit of a misplay. Like, if you were to make this move, you'd make it with the Aegis. You wouldn't wait for that to expire with no buyback and make the move. You have just prevented DK from getting about 400 gold in this the time that you dragged him across the map.
Perfect.
Very useful.
Very good.
And now VP is smoked.
Nice hook
Big
shot.
hook onto the Brood.
Ooh, the cogs destroy the
shame.
trees, which means that Nodus doesn't connect, so he's going to have to walk it her, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Brood dead regardless. Manto throws out the heal miles too late, and will die.
It is just a misread on the map between Liga, right? Like, you have Aegis, you farm, you call for the Bloodthorn, then you drag him into a move without the Bloodthorn, you lose complete map position. Meanwhile, VP, they themselves smoke up, get a good pick, punish the fact that you've... Again, they weren't aware of the smoke, but they're aware that, hey, there's a Brood just shoving mid, let's go kill him. And, yeah, just a little bit of disparity in map play between the two teams.
Just a little
I
bit.
am very interested to know how well the Bloodthorn removal is going to be. Because you don't have a Blink Dagger or a Shadow Blade or anything on the DK to get yourself on top of the Brood. So you're kind of relying on someone else setting up the fight, perfectly chain stunning so that you don't get the Bloodthorn dispelled, to then do the damage. But of course, the damage is available. Ooh, Kiritich. Has to be careful. If they see these illusions on the wave, they will know she's in the area. They also have a ward. So if Medusa walks to the left, she would have just been deleted from the game, but luckily for her sake, she walks to the right.
She does. She gets herself away, and Liga will leave this area of the map as well. Head down, back to safety. So twice now they've gone looking for the Medusa, haven't found her. And next up she's going to get the Guardian. She now takes the top spot on the net worth chart. Kiritich is the new king of the game. Step aside, dragon. You're out of here. Really gotten passive, hasn't it? I feel like we have not had many kills in the past sort of 5 minutes or so.
No, I think so. The last action was we killed a tower, killed a sentry ward. We did kill the Brewmother, like we saw, of course. Brewmother killed the techies. That's 2 kills. So in the last 10 minutes, we've only had... Yeah, about last 7 minutes, we've had 3 kills.
In the last 10 minutes, the only thing that's happened has the Broodmother has killed the Techies, and the Techies killed the Broodmother in the last 10 minutes. That's fun.
How poetic. BKB now complete on the Broodmother. Alright. Roshan's up in 10 seconds. That is going to bring everyone to the fight. And the fact that, like, we were talking about Medusa just completing Butterfly, and, like, the intensity of the Aegis from Liga, potentially. And now she has a full Skadi. They're jumping onto the DK. He's holding his
DK
BKB
cannot die here, but he's going to get blasted by the Medusa on the sidelines. He has to back himself away. He cannot stand and fight with Kiritich. TP out will be successful, but now he's left the area. Roshan could respawn at any moment. In fact, he's already back, so leaving this area completely is going to be a very, very costly maneuver from the side of Liga, but I'm not sure they have a choice. Oh,
It feels like Liga are just not cooling on the map very well right now, right? Like, they've got smokes when they don't have items. They've got, you know, Roshan positioning, but their DK's showing in a way where he's not respecting the jump. Medusa's farmed the Butterfly and a Skadi in the time that Liga was meant to be very dominant. Of course, the Butterfly was being completed as they were hitting their stride. But still, for all the fight they have, it truly is quite a quiet showing. The DK 2-0-1, the Sand King 4-3-2. There was so much noise in the early game, but yeah, it does heavily favor VP.
Certainly.
Like, Medusa needs potentially like just a BKB to stop the Blood Vault fully, not care about it. Or at the moment she has Agnums and Shard. DK when he jumps in, if he stuns the Medusa, it will instantly throw a snake onto the DK, stunning up. Then you can combo with another snake with a Stone Gaze. It's very nice against single target initiators on you, of which they have what? And to be fair, Brood, SK, and DK all in some way can proc the Shard Snake.
Bloodthorn out on 2. They need some help, and that will come in the form of Ike. Ike's there to save the day, and now, well, Dragon Knight's not actually looking so tanky himself. Gonna have to pop the Dragon Form, turn around, trying to wait for the end of the BKB off Notice, but doesn't quite time the stun correctly. Notice is going to be able to get himself away from this. This is yet another Dragon Form being used, and not really anything gained for it. Luckily, L1ga was able to come around the backlines and finish off the...
Oh, he didn't take the gem!
Left the gem on the deck for Squadix to grab. Yeah, a little bit questionable there, but with all those spiders, L1ga just couldn't see what was going on.
Spiders don't have the best vision.
That's why they
pretty rough that he actually doesn't take the gem there. It would help a lot to choke out the map.
Either way, starting to pressure. Kiritich with this Aegis, though, will be a huge problem. I just don't think they can push into this. The moment Kiritich turns up, you run.
Anywhere near this Medusa. Now imagine if you had the mana burn.
Radiant are scanning.
True. I think anywhere from 3 to probably I'd say around 500 mana burn is big enough for Medusa to care about it. So having 2 of the mana burn creeps in a team fight would be pretty pivotal, I think, in punishing, as the Broodmother does. You know, scurry his way around the map, forcing VP to eat through their own Aegis timing. Again, I feel like I'm trying to think, does VP really want to just progress the map themselves, want to start hit some towers? We're yet to really see the Medusa in a sieging position, in which like the Bushwhack from the Hoodwink or the Sand King, the DK can actually punish. Like, how many times today have we seen Eastern European carries walk up to try and take a high ground and get deleted instantly, to then lose the game? Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
What? Still no BKB.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The discipline there, not to press BKB, is actually insane.
Is under attack.
Like, you're getting hit by some random spells. You don't know if the Timber's going to jump on you. You don't know if there's like any like quick follow-up. He just holds it the entire time. But you know our point about Eastern European carries and high ground?
Dire are scanning.
Like, sure, the Aegis was... yeah, like... Again, it's like a minute or so left on the Aegis, but still, it's... Oh, sure, Chen just disappeared. Any follow-up? Nope.
Treasures. What blasphemy is this? Misplay.
Oh, at this stage of the game. At this stage of the game, we've had a bit of a chill farm point, of course. And there we go, wonderful. But now, VP going for their own Tormentor, Radiant are smoked up. They don't have Satanic yet on the DK, but Shivas will actually against Forge. They're so close to items. Also so far away because they're kind of walking together.
It's a hell of a
let's
graph.
look at the graph. Yeah.
Has it ever, like, what's the maximum difference we've had in net worth? It's been like maximum...
17k earlier. I mean, at the game-winning position we had 70-20, but in this game, sorry,
No,
specifically...
yeah. It's been about 3k, the biggest stretch we've had.
I thought you meant today. I was like, oh, we've had some big ones. My bad. Didn't read the room.
Dummy.
All good. It happens.
Yeah, 3k at the, like,
No matter anymore.
13-minute mark.
Yeah. No, it's been a very evenly awkward farm fest of a game where I think if anything this makes it look worse for Liga because they had moments of being aggressive. Whilst for Dire, we already anticipated that their entire draft was built around, you know, weather the storm, wait for the Medusa, and now both teams smoked. Potentially going to clash in the mid lane. Roshan will be respawning in 2 minutes time, and Dire uses their scan, knowing that they're in the river. But they don't want to clash. They understand that Roshan is in the 3-minute window of respawn, and it will be spawning nighttime as well. 2 minutes, we spawn around 38 into the game.
You gotta be a little
So get
careful.
themselves here.
There is a gang coming down the middle lane, and that gang consists of double siege creep, triple forge spirit.
Yeah, and bot lane. They're going to be forced back to base.
Yeah.
Like, they can't just
100%.
AFK top and wait for the Roshan.
No, it's way too long. Way too long to wait. They've even put down the banner. Kiritich wants this building, and he's gonna get it if no one turns up.
But he does remember the last time he was here. How he
Yeah.
instantly died.
Yeah. This time he does
he
have
didn't
his
go
team back
BKB.
somewhat near him at least.
Sure. But he also went Daedalus to make sure he has damage, which means he doesn't have BKB to survive like the multi-layered jump of a Bloodborne initiation. So yeah. Medusa is still pretty scared of the high ground. An Aegis would allow her to be a little bit more comfortable. But there it is. There's the BKB. So what does Kiritich need? He needs to eat the Agnims, get the BKB, have an Aegis in which he swaps out the treads. The fact it's 37 minutes into the game, 600 CS Medusa, and we're still going, okay, he needs this and that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just how farmed the DK is the thing. They're both ridiculously farmed. Aviana's Feather going to come out for the Dragon Knight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty cool. Medusa, she hasn't changed hers yet. I don't know if there's none available, or I can't imagine that's the case. Just sticking with the Elven Tunic for Butterfly and Mini Butterfly. But Roshan is going to be up in 20 seconds, but once again, the pressure's coming. Medusa's on the high ground. You can't do this. You're going to lose a barracks just like that. Fortification not available for the Radiant here. They are just giving up these barracks. And maybe even more for this Roshan? This can't be worth it, too. Map pressure.
I mean, you do have a DK, so and Sand King, so like one lane for an Aegis isn't the worst.
Okay. Sunstrike coming down. Just going to help with the Roshan and give them information. Doesn't land anyone though, so, you know. Thanks, Invoker. Appreciate it. They're coming, though. TPs are coming out. They see this as well on the Observer wards. Can they do it in time? DK trying to finish the job. Oh, he's not going to get there in time. The Aegis, no, he will be able to pick it up on the DK. Pops a BKB, pops a Dragon Form, but Stonegaze comes down, freezing him solid. But DK just going to turn around with the Bloodborne and try to blow up Medusa instead, but he's frozen again. But Medusa very thoroughly out of mana at this point. Might just be going down. The DK is not particularly healthy either. And with the Epicenter coming through from the Sand King.
It's a little more damage.
So much work. Kiritich is gone. They're all falling on the side of Virtus.pro. Liga taking them all down as they turn over towards Notice. Full 5-man team wipe. Absolute devastation in the Roche pit.
They tried to contest, but it does answer your question about giving up the bottom racks. Like, it doesn't really matter, right? As long as you get the Aegis, that will give you the confidence to walk down the lane. And look at the buyback situation on VP. Invoker doesn't have buyback, he got a Daedalus. The Medusa, of course, with the Aghanims and Daedalus, doesn't have buyback. Techies did use buyback, and it's now going to be a Timber versus the world. There's no tier 2 to protect you from mega creeps.
Oh no. Might be the end of the road.
You do have double glyph, so
unless they go
I would like to think maybe this ends. I mean, they're taking the melee, right? So they are going to be resetting the glyph.
Yeah. Chen don't care. Go on, instant double glyph. Let's see it.
Got 30 seconds for the Medusa. Liga can do whatever they want.
Oh, this is a long 30 seconds. It hurts. There's a second fort. Yep. I'm not sure any defense off this middle barracks is going to take place, and they might just keep on forcing this. They didn't even use the Aegis, T. They can keep going.
That is true. 10 seconds for Medusa. This is now going to be a little spicy.
Here we go. Satanic comes out, still holding on the BKB. Doesn't want to use it on his first life for the DK. And notice he's got to be careful. You cannot stand your ground against DK. If he
gets getting pushed out of the base.
Yeah, very literally. The cogs. Get off. Go away.
The multi-layered disengage of a clockwork. Never seen that one before.
No.
But
they won't leave. Force them out.
Double glyph. The addition of the reset glyph on melee Rex was an absolute treat. To losing your base but not losing at all.
Why does a dragon need a feather to fly? Guess we'll never know.
I mean, he just didn't get trained how to fly, you know.
Missed that.
How to train your dragon? Pretty big, you know, education program for dragons. And if you don't go for it, then what can you do?
Refresher orb even on the Dragon Knight as well. He's so farmed. Surprised I went for a Refresher over Ags, but yeah, I guess double BKB is pretty neat.
I would take double BKB and Satanic every single day of the week compared to...
But cool Dragon!
No.
Like, I guess it's rubbish since they changed Dragon Knight, but big dragon, it's cool. It's like Game of Thrones. Drogon.
I've not watched it. Please don't spoil it, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Up to the high ground we go once again. A minute left on this Aegis, and they'll look over towards the Medusa. They're going to get Medusa very low indeed. A hookup is there from Ike trying to help out here. And now the Stone Gaze coming through. They're going to be able to take down the first life of the Dragon Knight, and Al-Kaba is forced all the way back. Now DK coming back for round number 2. He's already used the first BKB, but he's got the Refresher, but he's turned to stone. He needs to be able to get off the Satanic, and he will. Jump forward onto the Medusa. Beautiful jump in from Mirage once again, and that's going to allow him to take down the Snake, take down the Timber. GG is called. That will be it. Liga take the first game. 2 big fights in a row where they just leave no doubt as to who the winners are going to be.
Yeah, this was, again, a little bit of a shaky game from Liga, but I think, if anything, it was because of the experience of VP finding ways to prolong the game. Certain smoke moves, even smoke dodges of the mid to late game. I want to see Liga
game, and the other one's going to look a bit silly, and I don't know which way it's going to go. I feel like it should be obvious.
Yeah, I can see that. I think laning-wise, advantages to VP, and we're yet to see VP win lanes and put themselves in dominant position due to how Liga played the previous one. So yeah, I'm down just to sit back and look. I respect a lot of VP has, but then I think if you talk about purely about scaling, Liga outscales VP very easily, right? Like Shadow Fiend late game with Puck Sanking, the Batrider with the lasso, the advantages of Pugna down the line, no easy nullifier buyer for VP. Like TA can buy it, but not often. Like for scaling wise, Liga has it quite handily, but for just tempo and map play, VP is so scary. So yeah, if VP can execute, then it's probably that side of the coin for you. And if they fumble, like you could argue maybe they did in the last game, then Liga should have it as the game progresses.
That makes sense to me. They have the better team fight as well. Like execution just looks way easier for them. That's what I would say. He likes putting in the little face in the old chat Mirage as L1ga being chased down. He's got a tower to run towards though, so we'll just take the Burrow Strike and get himself to safety. Starting lane with Burrow Strike, worst thing in the world. You don't really care. Although 3 bounty runes gained by the side of Liga, so whole thing kind of going their way to start this one off.
Also, Sanking having to level stun. Not to die is kind of not lane losing, but lane hurting, right? You want to have the stinger to secure the first couple creeps to set yourself up a good foundation for the lane. That'd be something to maybe keep an eye out for the Sanking's entry. Especially because Bristle and TA will want to run you down. I guess the argument would be stun feels good anyways, because you want to get away from the goo. Both lanes are so aggressive. Like top lane, good luck Observer by the way. Like top lane Phoenix will keep trying to go for Shadow Fiend, and bot lane TA is going to keep going for
time to earn your stripes.
The fight. Yep. Bot lane though, TA is going to die.
That'll be your first blood. Well caught by the Observer. Did manage to catch it at the end there. So that'll be your first one going to Kiritich. Ike getting very low. But yep, will also go down as well. So it'll be the 2 kills from the bottom lane. I did say it was going to go one way or the other. And, definitely looking like a bit brutal for the support Bristol at the moment. See if he can redeem himself at all in this lane. That's a problem. If they start trying to kill your TA, like what do you do? What's the answer to that?
Not die, but Bristle just
struggling with that concept.
Dying?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's gone. Stings indeed. This is
well, okay. I just didn't anticipate the Bristle like Bristle TA. It's all about you poke before the creeps meet, you fight them, you reset, you get level 2, you then utilize level 2. But they didn't get level 2. The Dire did. Dire kills them, respawn back to lane, runs back in again, and like everything that I expected VP to do, just they kind of did not the opposite, but just poor. Yeah, either way, Liga punishing it beautifully. So now if they can stabilize top, if they prevent SF from going down to the Phoenix aggression that we expect to see at level 3, level 4, then Liga have come out much better in lanes than we expected. And the scaling will just kick in much quicker.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, jump forward onto the Templar Assassin. Very low, but doesn't die this time around. But again, there is the opportunity for that punish to set in. If that goo starts to stack up, if they overextend, then under tower, and to the TA's own anti-armor as well, they can get punished. So, there is always that coming through, but I really feel like Heritage might want to consider going for at least a single point of refraction, just to give you some sort of defensive, because Bristleback ain't giving you anything. He doesn't really slow much with the goo, he doesn't really do a whole lot of anything.
He does give a lot of 1 charges. I kind of hyped up the Bristle TA lane for the Batrider, giving them charges, but kind of forgot to mention, of course, Bristle will give infinite charges in Shadow Fiend top.
Ooh, yeah, he's going to get caught out. There will be enough damage coming out from the Phoenix and the Clockwork.
Radiant structures are
Also very aggressive on the Shadow Fiend, though. Like, he was quite far forward there, so kinda...
Yeah, look at the lane. It's quite the opposite place for the Shadow Fiend to be, but...
Yes.
Gets punished.
As he should. And TA trying to kind of patch up the holes in this sinking ship, which is the bottom lane. And that is quite the animation on this sticky napalm. Very teal, maybe even green. I think our mid lane is going to be very quiet, and considering everything, Squadix is kind of owning. So. There's something going well for VP at least. His bottom lane, Kiritic's going to fall again. Ike also in similar amounts of trouble as stacks are high. 1J comes under the tower, gives his life to try and bring down this Bristleback. They hate him. They don't want to see support Bristleback in their pubs, so they make sure this guy dies. And it's now a killing spree for L1ga, absolutely dominating on this Sand King. And let's not forget, Sand King isn't your traditional offlane hero. If he starts to get going, he can deal damage to really become a dominating core. Not just some aura dude. He can take over the game.
Get a blink. Get a blink, play quick, and 1J then TP mid refills the bottle.
Yeah, just in time.
It's a shame that Mirage wasn't level 6. That would have been a nice little gank to utilize. And
whoa, they have a lot of damage.
Used all his,
they have a lot of damage.
He just used all his spells in front of them. How greedy was that?
That was... Yeah.
He saw both of them. Was like, you know what? I'm gonna swash in his shield and
like,
just invite them to kill me.
I get the idea. You kill off the creep wave and you get a nice shield because it lands on 2 heroes, but it's not really how it goes.
Just a bit unnecessary, I'd argue.
And I would agree. I would struggle to argue back. Kiritic getting low, uses refraction though, so that will get him out. Ike just not really a threat. If anything, just stacking up their wands a bit more. Napalm sticking out. They got to be careful though. Kiritic can turn around with the burst drive, but in comes L1ga onto Ike, just trying to bring him down. Right clicks are there. Oh, Panto says hello as well. What up, dude?
Oh, and yeah, Mirage is here too. Oh, he doesn't want to commit though.
No, you'll be back. Caesar.
If it was daytime, yeah, he would have happily coiled the puck, the TA there.
And Teres, ooh, pushed back by the Waning Rift. What jostling Rift doing its work. Still had a stroke saying that, but we got there.
You're good, Chief. You're good. Yeah, Liga 2,000 gold lead already. You know, Shadow Fiend, he respects the Phoenix immensely. After his 1 death in lane, sure he came back for a little bit, but he's retreated to the very, very defensive part of the map, the Mighty Mines. Of course, with the 7 HP region, does allow him to farm pretty well, tank up the creeps, not really care. You would argue for Shadow Fiend, he probably would rather be on the Radiant side with the well to get the mana regen, so he can use his razors and maintain good mana. But the small difference between the Radiant and Dire jungle. You can see from the type of game League is playing, they know that they don't need to be too quick on the map because Sand King is opting to go for the Bloodstone pre-blink.
Dire
Your initiator will be the puck in the early game, so allow him to go for the blink dagger, maybe even the witchblade first. Then the Sand King goes for the bloodstone, ensures his scaling. So L1ga really going to be pressuring VP just by saying, hey, look at our items. If you're not shutting us down, we're going to buy the big ones. And then when you tell them to fight us, we're not going to be a skirmishing lineup. We're going to be just a team operating at full fighting capacity. But the Pangolier is trying to hunt down the Shadow Fiend at the moment, or at least play in the area that Shadow Fiend's in. I'm kind of expecting him to move to the right hand side as well, but opted just to farm the camps near the top tower.
And the 5 Bristle down on the bottom side, just trying to dangle himself in the lane. He's not really trying to get anything from this. He's just making sure that Kiritich is safe to farm. This is one way of doing it. Obviously trying to keep the tower alive, but there's not really much you can do if they really bring heroes down. Squadix is nearby, but immediately backing away on L1ga.
Radiant's middle tower
L1ga needs to get to the river to do a bit of digging. That shovel needs to be put to work. At the moment, I mean, the map's looking pretty good for Virtus.pro, all things considered. They have all 3 towers up. They're able to play pretty deep. Noticed is getting quite a decent amount on the enemy side. Kiritich farming relatively safely, so far at least. Has those traps to help him out as well, so yeah, I mean, I think things pretty good to start with. We'll see if L1ga can break this map. They kind of have to. The problem is they're just being very greedy on the Sand King, waiting for the full Bloodstone to come out as his first big item, so yeah, until that point, they'll be the ones playing a little slower. Ooh, he actually loses a creep wave as well, which is a little unfortunate.
And the reason why they're playing slow is because VP know that if they run to make a move, they are going to be running into a coil, into a Requiem, like into an epicenter. Like, it's not that easy for VP to make a quick move. There's a lot of countermeasures built into L1ga's lineup, especially with the laning advantage that they had. And Tara's
Yeah, just kind of
jumped here. Oh, even the coil.
Wow.
Used.
Okay. They will kill him, but it's going to cost them 2 supports by the looks of it as the egg comes down, and Panto getting absolutely cooked because of it. Does decrepify himself to try and buy him some time. Nice moves, but not nice enough. Killed off by Squadix in the end.
Fine. Batrider lived and all that.
Wait, really?
Fair enough. Yeah, he just took it out.
All right, easy.
And then for VP, it's like that single engagement in the back of their minds is the reason why they're not doing anything else, right? They're not looking for a kill, they're not hunting anyone down. Like, sure, they took top tower, but TA just can't join any fights. You know, at this stage of the game, normally you'd have maybe a Dragon Lance, a Blightstone, plus a little bit of a component towards your first Mithril Hammer for Desolator, but that isn't really to be the case. Actually, maybe the Mithril Hammer component is a bit extreme, but a couple hundred gold towards it, you'd be excited for the Desolator.
1J looking for his bristleback kill. Doesn't want to use lasso on it if he can help it.
High fives the tower.
Yeah. 4 stacks. 5 stacks. But 4 stacks on him as well. The stacks go both ways, and 1J's got to be a little careful as the quills are stacking up as well as the snot. And a singular right click. Ah.
A big solo kill from the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, huge work done from him there. As over on the other side, we've also got Panto being dropped as well, so support's just kind of being traded at this point, I guess. Mid lane.
Coil.
Yep, Asso comes out, dragging back Squadix, and they'll take him out. And now looks to put some pressure onto the tower as well. L1ga, if they can get this tier 1 tower early, then it's going to feel really good for them. But unfortunately, there is the issue with the Phoenix. This guy's pretty damn good at keeping towers alive. Offlane Phoenix with the pipe, not really something you can fight into.
No, that is, I guess maybe the saving grace for VP. Lean on your Phoenix, lean on the fact that he, wherever he goes, L1ga need to kind of second guess just a little bit. But,
Yep.
Again, I'm looking at Bristle, it's like, sure man, you're going to help a lot. Even the clock only level 6. No real tankiness to a name. Maybe if the bracer meta was still in play, both of these supports holding 3 braces, you've got a game on your hand. But of course, that did get nerfed several patches ago, so not to be the case.
Ake is going on a bit of a journey.
Just like in laning phase.
Not back to the fountain, though.
Not yet.
Dire's middle tower is under
No
attack.
faith. Yeah, looking like it is actually going to be Virtus.pro to take the first tower, which is what we kind of expected to happen.
Are scanning.
This is the pace which Virtus.pro
The
wants to
first
play
mid
out.
lane tower.
Yes, sorry, yes, to be clear.
Oh, top lane hookshot onto the Mat Rider.
Yeah, get a little bit busy upon him. And they will be able to kill off 1J, so 1J feeling safe just because he saw them going for mid, but the clockwork effect is always going to be very, very difficult to play into. He's saved up quite a lot of gold on Terrors. I'm wondering what he's looking for. He's looking for a spirit vessel, apparently.
Sure, wants to get rid of the healing capabilities of the Pugner.
Yep.
Vesseling up to whoever goes on. Also, the vessel on the Sand King helps out immensely. The question will be, as soon as you see Clockwork show the urn, do you think, like yours will be picked up by Sand King potentially? The Shadow Fiend doesn't really care. Maybe he cares a little bit for the safety in the mid fight, but
Can't
no,
get
they are
off
jumping
the
onto the
epicenter though, but they don't need it. Kind of just saving him an ulti more than anything. L1ga, by far the richest hero in the game. Bloodstone completed very, very quickly. Blink Dagger pretty close as well.
I'm gonna happily say this though.
Radiant's top
The last time I watched
tower is
VP
under
play
attack.
FNG was on the roster.
Radiant
They played
are
with
scanning.
conviction, even if they'd fall short in qualifiers. You felt like there was purpose in every move they made. I'm not really feeling it with this current roster. Like the change of your
Dire's
5,
middle tower is under attack.
as much as it's only been 2 games that I've seen, I think the loss of FNG is still kind of hitting them a little bit. I have no idea if they played other tournaments before this, but still, we'll see if it is something they can improve upon in this series, in the upcoming qualifier.
Yeah, we'll see how their ideas kind of develop over time. Right now, it's not looking like a fantastic debut for them, but you know, still plenty of Dota to come. They're in the upper bracket at least. We didn't watch their previous game versus Navi Junior. Certainly, Liga looking in a good place for this second game at the moment. Slight gold advantage for a lineup we were expecting to kind of be more effective later on anyway, so it's going to feel very, very good. TA has a ton of work to do in this game.
Radiant are scanning.
Lasso out onto the Phoenix. They just want to try and take down Notice before he can get off that egg, and they're going to be able to do so. He's gone, as is the Clockwork. This isn't looking like a fight which VP can take. Squadix bouncing around in those cogs, just trying to bring up 1J, but he's absolutely fine. Still plenty of health, and Panto's even going to give him a little top up as well. Nice couple of kills from the side of Liga. They can push down mid if they want to. Albica's already setting up there to try and push this one out.
You kill the Phoenix who doesn't get egg off, and there goes all the survivability, there goes all the damage. It's like Phoenix or nothing, it feels like. It's a very, you know, Bristle's not going to do anything. Pango isn't that impactful at this stage of the game, especially with the hero that he's trying to enable. So for Liga, it's get a couple kills, reset, go farm, get a couple more kills. You now got, yeah, see the blink on the Sand King. Hawk's got the blink on the horizon, Haragon Pike on Shadowfiend. Yeah, everyone's just
All right,
just
here we
chilling,
go.
hitting creeps, farming up. There's
this
VP
is-
just feel lost, and they are going Roshan.
This is
They
a
are
really good call.
utilising-
Yeah, you've got
Yeah,
Gooman and Meldgirl in the pit.
sure.
That famous duo.
Very
add to
famous
that,
duo.
you've got this lovely Fire Spirit stacking up. You've now got like a 40% miss chance on Roshan. It's a very, very, very easy and quick Rosh.
Radiant's middle tower
It's just the 3
Yep,
heroes here.
are scanning.
It does prevent the Dire side from getting an Aegis from Shadowfiend pre 20 minutes to they themselves start knocking down some towers, but they have to be careful. Like, they can't have the Aegis buff of confidence. VP aren't strong. Oh, nor is 1J, who just jumped
Okay.
into 3 heroes and disappeared.
Yeah, a little bit ambitious there. Did get off the lasso, but immediately died.
They're still running down the lane.
Ooh, interesting.
This feels awfully confident.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, but Puck TP bottom. I see.
Radiant's middle tower is
Ooh, nice 4-star away, but this might be Shadow Fiend still in trouble. TP cancelled out as well from the Pugner, so Violent. Oh, terrible
the
cogs!
cogs!
Terrible cogs! And Teres getting, yeah, it's SF out, but he's still dead. SF still
Okay.
gone. Virtus.pro putting it together. The Lego pieces are starting to slot.
I don't really know why Liga TP'd out there. Like, you lost your back rider, but you still were in a pretty good position. You had level 2 Epicenter Bloodstone, Coil with a Witchblade, Shadow Fiend who can hold the High Ground Requiem. Like, if you just play a little bit more disciplined, wait until you see what VP's doing,
Radiant's top
you could
tower
easily
is
fight
under
into them, I
attack.
feel like. So, yeah,
Yeah,
a little
I
bit
agree.
of a... Like, Puck was too quick to TP out there, and the rest of the team wanted to try and take a fight, so miscommunication hurting them.
I'll go for this
they know-
little killer bottom. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but they'll get it. Yeah, I do feel
A
that's on
little
L1ga as well. Like, I feel like for the Sand King, he's been in such a good position. You know, he was so far ahead for
Radiant's
such a long
bottom
time.
tower is under attack.
Didn't really do anything with it. We had the Bloodstone, okay, just kind of kept farming. We've now got the Blink Dagger, okay, you know, got a few support kills, whatever. It's really felt underwhelming from him. And Sand King, you know, he's played as a mid. He can explode, he can snowball, he can carry games, but you got to be willing to kind of tell your team, yeah, let's go, let's get him. That's just not happening.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You can kill the TA the once, and she's definitely going to go down the twice. They're going to try to go on for the Phoenix instead, though. He's not going to be able to get off the egg, or maybe he is. The stun is out from L1ga, and they will bring him down. No more Phoenix, but a lot of damage being dealt back towards L1ga here inside that Rolling Thunder. As Sand King starting to lose his life. As over on the other side of the map, the Requiem comes down to chase back Ike, who is just trying to do a bit of damage, a blink away from the Sand King to get back down low. Burst strike away. I mean, he's still got a Bloodstone through this entire thing. He's going to try and TP himself out, and will be successful in doing so. So L1ga lives for the time being. Overall, a pretty decent fight for the side of Liga, considering they're playing into an Aegis. They get themselves the Phoenix kill, who is a core, and they lose a Batrider, who is a support. Uh-oh, 1J.
Ooh, hold on.
He's got the blink away, but he's
I'm
going to need
allowed to
some
talk
help,
here.
and yeah, there is no help coming for him.
No.
So long, Space Cowboy.
They're still smoked up from Liga. This time around, they want to take the counter fight. It's like deja vu.
It is a little bit, yeah, and once again, they're trying to go for Notice before he can get off the egg, but I think he can get off the egg this time around. And now it looks very awkward indeed, as L1ga and Mirage are just sitting under this egg, waiting for death. L1ga will fall, and that is going to be an 8x kill streak going to the Phoenix. What a cash injection for him. What a blunder from Liga.
I'm just very confused with Liga.
Look, we're-
Okay. Yeah, I honestly don't really know what to say. They've strategically had a couple good opportunities to try and punish VP, especially with the start of the game they had. Sure, VP has an Aegis, but ever since then they're
Dire's
playing
top
as if
tower is under attack.
the VP suddenly have like an 8k lead. It feels like you've got all the tools to fight into them. It's a support bristle. Who cares? There's a vessel. Yeah, but so not the cleanest coordination from Liga. Like you got a Batrider as well. Like if TA wants to stand her ground, just you can lasso her away, put her on a cliff if you need to. If Phoenix wants to step up, you've got the instant blink silence from a Puck or then the follow up from a call. Like from a lasso. Like you got plenty of tools to get the picks to make the fight, but VP are just outplaying them in regards to map play to open up a lot of these engagements.
100%. Just bad calls, honestly. They were in a very much like winning position. It felt like the game was kind of gonna
Dire are scanning.
play pretty much on rails, but they didn't really make the plays we're expecting them to. And yeah, like taking disadvantageous fights for seemingly no reason.
Radiant are
Like I understand the appeal of going for this Phoenix, but it's just not that easy. Ooh, hook shot does not connect onto the Sand King. He gets away.
is under attack.
Voice lines are a little overzealous considering the position he's been in this game and the position he's at now. Squandered potential, T-Governor. It's the
Yes.
saddest thing to watch, as all my teachers would tell you.
Is the The blight of Dota2.
What do you think you would have been if you didn't do Dota? Would you be a robot man?
I would work in robotics, yeah.
Robot man.
Oh, wrestle.
There you gone.
He's gone.
And this is kind of relevant because Roshan's sort of almost kind of close to respawning, so if Liga just kind of hang out in this area, then they can maybe block that one off for Virtus.pro.
It does show that Liga are aware of Roshan this time around, right?
Yeah.
The last time it was VP kind of sneaking it away. This time it's like Liga's going, hey, we're not going to let this one slide. We're already set up in the area, but it can respawn in 2 minutes. If it's a short respawn, then you've got like, what, 30-second window to take it before it goes to nighttime? So playing on the bottom side of the map isn't really that good if you have timed it. They do find the Pangolier.
Yeah, Lasso comes out and
He is.
1J just soloed him.
What the?
That didn't look right. What the hell?
That was 2,000 damage done in a matter of seconds. That was insane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Is that right at broken?
No. He's just level 12.
1,000 damage dealt from sticky napalm. Okay. Okay. Well, that was cool. Now the Pangolier's dead. Alright. But the Sand King also died meanwhile as well to the TA, to the Phoenix, and to the Clockwork. So simultaneous kills happening across the map. One which is sort of favoring Virtus.pro again, I would say. No, this game's a real toss-up now. Like, sure, Liga have managed to get their 4K gold advantage back just from being efficient on the map, farming up on all their cores. Noticed and Swadix are a little further behind, but it's not much of a lead.
Yeah, again, like, during the draft, we mentioned how Dire's draft scales better than Radiant, right? Because when you think of the team fight, the lockdown, what you bring, the fact that VP they're down 2K gold, they had to come back into a game that they were losing due to laning phase. This next Roshan, it kind of feels like make or break a little bit for VP, because if you don't get it, then you're once again playing for like that big moment, that big outplay. Like rather than the game just being yours to control, without this Aegis, it does complicate things heavily. It's going to be respawning in 4 seconds time, and when we think about what items there are to bring, Shadow Fiend has, you know, Yasha and a Shadow Blade.
Ooh, jump in,
mid lane.
silent stuff immediately on the Batrider. Could not get off the lasso, and Mirage might be in trouble as well. The trap is out, the damage is in, and the puck, the Yules is there, but it's not going to save him. He's gone as well. Just two heroes immediately dead. A really wild attempt in the middle lane there from the side of Liga. What caught out the Batrider though? Like, what was that silence?
Trap silence. Yeah. TA traps.
Wow.
Very quick with the TA trap from the
Extremely
TA, and now Panto. You got to be Ooh. What's happening again, Liga? Just too many times they're just making questionable moves. Like Roshan could have respawned, by the way. Like if they timed Roshan, they knew that the quickest respawn was going to be happening as they jumped in mid lane.
Yeah.
So if there was a world where it's like a 20-second respawn, super quick respawn, they would have instantly given away Roshan if VP to run there straight away. Of course, traps don't give vision in the pit anymore, so TA isn't broken in that regard. But you know, the fact you're making these like potentially game-breaking moves for VP who is so desperate for an Aegis.
Alpaca, Burst Strike does come off. Is it going to matter though? No, it is not. He's just going to die. I mean, this is
chain dying,
really bad. Yeah, like this is just...
It's rough.
I don't know what's happening.
Again, luckily, Roshan is taking a long time to respawn. That is the get out of jail card that Liga can lean on here.
But they know that on the side of Virtus.pro as well, so that's why they're on the map making plays rather than sitting around the Roche pit.
True. Yep, I guess, yeah, technically here just literally tells you when it respawns rather than the trap pit. So my statement earlier was dumb, so my apologies. 1J
gone. Right click.
Would you prefer trap vision of the pit or the exact time? Tell me more.
Yeah.
You know what? I take it back. Give me back the trap vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all of a sudden trap vision
sorry.
not seeing so bad.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right, I think we might be playing for the late game on Liga now because they've blundered this one kind of hard. I mean, they're not in a terrible position. Net worth is still fine. It's just TA, the singular issue. The problem is, like, Phoenix does a lot of work with a pretty low amount of farm. That's kind of what he does as a core, so yeah. 10 seconds, I'll start to set up around Roshan. It is interesting watching teams play with that information, you know, when they know that when Roshan is respawning, watching their moves and how efficient they are with it. It's pretty interesting. Alright, smoke up. Liga, they want to take this. Hangs out. It's going to be tough, though. There is a lot of traps in the area. This Shard Psionic Trap is one of the most broken things in the game.
That's what I'm talking about.
They got to really come on the side approach here as Panto being jumped to start this one off. He's got a 4-staff available, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it off here. Squadix brings him down with that Aghanim Scepter. Another kill. What are they? L1ga's farming the Ancients, okay.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Ditching the area. They're
Fair enough.
giving up the Roshan. Too many plays squandered by Liga. They never got the confidence to be together, and the constant poke from Notice. Whenever they find a hero, right, it's either a trap silence with a TA and a Pango, or a Phoenix comboing with a Clockwork to further the pickoffs. And it feels so uncomfortable if you are Liga. Just running around the map, and at this point in the game, obviously, some players in the back of their mind thinking, well, what if we did this better? What if we did that better? Obviously, still trying their best to win the game, but it's going to be seeping into the back of their thoughts like, wish we did this differently already. And the Shadow Fiend doesn't have a BKB yet either, so he can't really just brush off a Fire Spirit and go to town. He's going to have to like mant off the Fire Spirit, hope to not get reapplied a new one, whilst also right-clicking. He cannot stand his ground against the roll because
He'll be
BKB.
stunned.
Yep, he's stunned. I understand why he's not gone for BKB this early. Like, BKB early with no damage, suddenly you have a short BKB against Pangolier and Phoenix in the late game. That can be very scary.
Yes.
Also into a Clockwork, it can eat through some charges pretty early. But also, now the game got very difficult, kind of crying for one. But he will continue to farm up. He is 2 components away from it.
Yeah, I will say I'm just going to be a kind of victim of circumstance here, and if he does die without a BKB, then I will say, goodness, he should have got a BKB.
He should have got
If
a
he
BKB,
doesn't, I'll say,
yeah.
what a genius. He knew he didn't need the BKB. Uh-oh, Sand King in a bit of trouble. Cut off by the Bristleback. The Echidna catches him off guard, and L1ga is going to be going down again. Again, I'll say it one more time. Very disappointed by the Sand King performance. He had such a dominant start to the game. Remember that lane. Remember the TA Bristleback lane, which went absolutely terribly. L1ga got whatever he wanted and more. He was about 4k gold ahead, probably not much, but he was about a k gold ahead of like the next core for a very long time. Absolutely nothing happened.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's last time we'll get out, but...
Pop TPing in.
Yeah.
That's the amp damage.
And
Jumping on the
only
bristle.
gets the Bristleback there, yeah. He is pooping out goo at the moment, and that's actually enough to scare off Mirage.
Ooh.
Knowing the VP's on that high ground is very scary indeed.
I think that just perfectly demonstrates the entire, like, encapsulates the entire game in one play, right?
Yep.
It's like a puck who coils, doesn't hit the TA,
Bristleback just
hit
gooing all
bristle,
over the floor. Like, oh, gooing
doesn't
everywhere,
kill the bristle,
doing nothing.
yeah. Plus there's no follow-up, also Sand King's dead. It's like... and TA has an Aegis. To be fair though,
Scanning.
high ground for VP is pretty difficult to siege. Only TA wants to hit the buildings, and you are playing into a backline. So you go up those steps to take a tier 3, you're going to be at the tier 4s in no time. Especially because you have triple 4-staff available, right? Hurricane Pike on Shadow Fiend, double force on Pugna, and the bat. So you can easily get a TA painfully deep to the base.
Absolutely. It's
Even
not
if VP
difficult to
do build a
either.
lead here, yeah, they
And
are
then-
destined for the pickoff game.
On the same side of that as well, it is Shadow Fiend. We have seen so many games where Shadow Fiend's been like behind, the enemy team's playing pretty well. One team fight down the middle lane,
Scanning.
The lasting presence just absolutely cracks buildings in half with a 15 talent, and all of a sudden the game's over. Oh, okay. Shadow Fiend, I guess. The fastest turnaround hero in the game. If you lose a team fight against a Shadow Fiend, you're gonna pay something. You gotta get out your wallet. You gotta give him something.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Shadow Fiend tax is real.
Dire's middle tower
The
has
cheese.
Oh, Panto being bounced
Oh,
around the
Panto.
walls. He goes for a very ambitious life drain there. Maybe the battery cells just won't hit me. But he was wrong. They did hit him. And now he's dead.
Mid-game patch just occurred.
Pugner cannot be interrupted by from life drain if he's standing still.
As if he's not standing still during
If
life
he's
drain.
moving, he can be interrupted.
The force him to start in mid-force, hell yeah. Have you ever felt empty watching a Dota game before? This is exactly
I
what
feel
League has
empty all
done
the
to
way
me.
to speak of.
I feel so empty watching League play this game out right now. I'm just disheartened. Like, the moves they've made, the choices they've done.
The opportunities they've had.
But the fact that they scale better and, like, high ground for VP so scary also means, like, I'm still favoring
They're
League.
still probably going to win, but I'm not happy about it.
I am disgruntled in the journey in which they might seek victory.
SF, no! No! He's so close to his PKB. Okay, it just came out to him. Maybe he can get it off here. In fact, he's going to try and bait a little bit. Oh, if he died there, that would have been such a game encapsulating play. Just like doing nothing for 33 minutes and then just randomly going and take like the most dangerous farm
What a
possible.
hex, yeah.
Oh, that would have been so funny.
No. They know the hex is
They
there
fight
from the
this. They
Phoenix.
fight this. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Batrider didn't get another
Whoa,
silence.
Batrider gone. He keeps going fishing. He keeps catching an anvil, which drags him into the ocean. And now L1ga also in a similar amount of difficulty. They'll use a Requiem just to push back the side of Virtus.pro and look for the reset. I'm not sure that's going to be allowed though. Panto with a nullifier upon him is just absolutely gone. Gil trying to stand up on the front lines here. Violent trying to be the raid boss, trying to be the tower as Kiritich goes in deep with the BKB. More than happy to sit under tier 4 towers and force them. Buybacks coming out. They need to find a catch here. They need to find Kiritich. They need to bring him down. But under the cover of BKB, he's just so scary. But Yules is out from Mirage. They should catch him here. Lasso is going to be in. The right clicks to follow, and they will bring him down. Violent gets a kill. Now they move over crossover towards Noticed as well. The right click coming in once again, and they get another. 2 caught on the exit. It costs them 2 buybacks though, one of which belongs to the Sand King. So no small cost paid by Liga, but they get something. Will they get any buildings from this? Lasting Presence is not really looking that exciting.
No. But if anything, 1J has to go. What? Okay, 1J still committing for the Aghanim's. How many initiations has he had where he's been insta-trap silenced? Like, he's getting so outplayed by the TA, and he still opts to go down a route which allows him to be outplayed. Like, I'm a little bit...
He's kind of doing some things here.
A little bit, yeah, he's doing some.
He's dead. But, I mean, the SF was able to get some clicks off. Ooh, and Terra's daring to go in for the Wisdom Rune here. Ooh, disarm. That is a Heaven's Halberd picked up by the Bristleback. Make him quite annoying. I think Violent might want to consider just getting out, although he does have the BKB available, so... Yeah, screw it. Take the Tormentor. Why not? Send a message. Oh, the Tormentor has a soul. Didn't know that.
Repositioning for the upcoming Roshan will be the key entry, or re-entry to the game for Liga. I think they were pretty grateful that VP went so crazy in that previous fight. Like, after getting a couple kills, diving the base a little bit, then getting punished by buybacks. We already mentioned how Liga's high ground is so scary to go into. And then VP kind of got a little bit carried away, right? Like when you're winning a fight, someone makes the call to go, you keep going, suddenly the buybacks with the jump available, like from the Batrider Sand King, you're already way too deep.
I mean, Kiritich literally went at the tier 4s, like, there's a limit. And Tira's getting very aggressive here onto Panto, trying to bring down the Pugner, and I think Pugner's probably going to get left behind, although I say that, and wait, L1ga pops the Epicenter, jumps in, and then Epicenter's out, and now tries to TP and gets killed. Okay, that's a play. The Puck is also dead. What the?
They don't have buyback, it's just over.
Okay.
Well, not over, but like, they're going to give away Roshan, so momentum's over. There we go.
Yeah. 11k gold advantage. Probably going to be even more pretty shortly. Shadow Fiend's probably just going like, what the?
Like, sometimes you just have some bad games, you know? It happens.
Yes.
And like, I often like to lean on the side of like, you know, they're gonna find a good fight after. You know, they're gonna do something else. But this game, I'm in kind of disbelief at Liga's performance compared to like the previous series, the game one. Like, it feels like a whole other team playing.
Yeah, no, they've really kind of been shaken up. SF is really kind of the only hero at this point I'm really looking at on the side of Liga. Violent, been able to hold it together quite nicely. But everybody else, you just think about like the jobs they're supposed to be doing in this game. You know, like the Batrider should be going in and finding targets with the Flaming Lasso. He's been silenced every time. Hasn't got like a single initiation off cleanly. Pugno is supposed to be hanging at the pack, like being able to get some heals off. You know, he's just kind of outpaced and trampled over, left behind every single fight. So he'll end up running away from these weird positions they're in. The Puck, I mean, he's done all right. He hasn't really been able to make much happen on the map. Obviously easier to get away with more mistakes when you have more net worth, but still, been a bit of a rough game for Mirage. Haven't really just seen him do a whole lot, and yeah, Sand King, already spoke about him. Just not really having the impact. And here we go on the side of Virtus.pro. They know when this Roshan's coming up. They're going to head over to the pit. And it was going to be very, very quick for them to take down. No response from Liga. Unsurprisingly. They are going to try and make the stand on their high ground rather than in the Roche pit.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
With flair.
I'll take your tribute.
TA so farmed Kiritich. Just absolutely popping off this game.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Even just notice popping off. The trap silence have been the thing that have been my MVP.
Yes, 100%.
I've not seen them be so effective and so quick, time after time.
The speed is ridiculous, and once again, what was I saying about Panto getting left behind on the chases? Yeah.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
The mystery is how you lasted so long.
Okay, Agnums is complete on the Batrider. If he blinks in, gets insta-silenced and dies, we're all going to universally ping the Ags together. Or, if he pops off, then I am so sorry. I was happily wrong 1J, and you're the GOAT, but
Look
it
at
is
how
high
he's setting
risk.
himself up here as well. They're trying really hard, but TA's just going to set up, start taking the buildings. You can't just let her do this. Here's the buyback from Pugna. Kiritich forced to blink away. Silences out onto Violent.
Dire's top tower has
And
fallen.
they need to get rid of these traps. Mirage still has this gem, so can at the very least clear them out.
BP just being very methodical now, right? They still respect Liga immensely. They do enough to poke down the tower, then they reset again. They really just want to get a pick off before they go to that high ground. Utilize the Phoenix Hex or the Clockwork, even the Pangolier to get into the middle of the fight. Pangolier answering the threat of the Shadow Fiend with both the Nullifier and the AC to make sure he has armor during the roll. Not to get mega creeps. Liga do cling on to this game. VP, like I said, didn't want to overextend in there. Litty to close out. I mean, you don't win on mega creeps, but you feel real good.
Winning
Ooh,
becomes
actually,
very
hold on.
easy.
They just lock your enemy into the basin. They're going to look for a smoke play potentially. They draw the line. They want to wrap around, but actually, Liga predict this. They themselves scan the bottom side of the base there.
Yeah, a bit
Anticipating this
preemptive,
move.
but yeah.
Oh, yeah. But also, Phoenix, he has the Aeon Disc not completed. He can unlock it at any time. So let's say there is a world where they do find the Phoenix.
Yeah, and this has
He's
been
just
their...
always going to be able to get it off, yeah.
I am worried as well, because this has been their one plan every single fight, is to jump Notice, bring him down before the egg comes out. They don't like trying to catch him out.
Scan
Post egg
action.
or force out the egg or play it. Oh, L1ga. He'll be such a bad target as well. He does have the BKB now. Does he get it off though? Nope. Hexed up. Taken out. He's gone. No buyback. See you later, L1ga. As we'll move over towards the Pugner as well. Jump in from Batrider into the Rolling Thunder, so gets stunned up immediately. We'll go towards Ike here. Ike probably not the target you really want to be trying to catch here as a Batrider. Disarmed out on Shadow Fiend, so can't really fight back. And look at TA, Kiritich running for those barracks. He knows what he wants. He's going to try and get it. Decrepify, of course, the Linkins as the puck jumps in. Coil comes out, so much damage. Double lasso going to break the coils. The damage, though, isn't going to be enough. It's not really there. Hanto's already fallen. Kiritich just goes in deeper. He says, thanks for bringing me closer to your base, bro. And starts pounding away. Takes down 1J. He's trying to do it all, Shadow Fiend, but there is just not enough in the tank. He's dead. GG is cool. We're going to a game 3.
The thing, I have a team. I'm sorry, I can't match your energy, Nomad. I'm not even gonna try and do it. I think if you're Liga, you're looking back at this game and looking at so many different points of failure that you created for yourself. For VP, fair play. I think strategically they do know what they need to get themselves into winning positions. That's it. But day one, I'm just gonna live in the moment, live in that the lazy river of Eastern Europe results.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Game number 3 now between Liga and Virtus.pro. Game number 1 saw Liga taking it in a decently convincing fashion. There was a little bit of backwards and forwards, but ultimately Liga were able to pull it together with their DK and pull out the win. Game number 2. Uh-oh. Well, this happened to Virtus.pro last time.
How the tables have turned, it seems.
Yes, Virtus.pro. What say you?
Maybe someone wants to hit with the Hound. Start the timer, guys. It's currently 20:48 in England.
Mm-hmm.
We will see what time Liga wants to reconnect.
Land, King's Country. Hopefully it won't be long. Usually when one comes, the rest of them come flying back as well. So. Fingers crossed, we'll get this sorted out quickly, but yes, we've had a pause in every... Actually, did we have a pause last game? Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Cool, every single game.
I'm just... Anytime you ask me if there's a pause, I'm just say yes no matter what, by the way. Just so we're on the same page.
About it.
We've been
I
blessed with so many pauses today that...
Yeah, it's fun. It's really enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, everybody's back. G's been called. On balls comes out from Virtus.pro, yeah, so all is well. We can get on with it. What was I saying? I was saying something really insightful and smart. And I've forgotten now.
Yep.
Damn it. Smoke up. Late smoke from Virtus.pro, just and they want to make some action happen. And they did this before, though. This might just be a safety thing.
Yeah, no, it is. We've seen teams doing it, but around like the 35-40 second mark, you smoke your entire team. You will then be able to cover yourself because the enemy would already use their smoke, and then you place your wards much later. So I think people get too excited by the idea of smoke from base, run out, place that ward, and now you're kind of vulnerable to the enemy smoke place ward.
Oh, I see. So you go for every single rune when you do this, and then use the smoke as the early warning system.
Yes.
To run. Which Antares is almost completely ignored. It's all right. And there you go. 3 bounties. The plan works perfectly. Smart idea. Works pretty good. And yeah, we've got the deluge on Nagasaran, as you mentioned before. As well as eel skin. Very annoying and very, very gross name. I don't like eels too.
Oh.
Nothing personal. Yeah.
To be fair, they do look pretty like kind of slimy and kind of quite difficult to eat. So I can see that.
Yeah. More eels especially. They just got like really angry looking faces. Very, very scary teeth. And yeah, the whole like long snake like. It's weird. I'm pretty chill with most stuff. Like I have no issues with spiders. I just scoop those guys up. My hands, give them a little kiss, and put them outside. No worries at all. But there's 2 things I don't like, and it's like centipedes and millipedes and eels. But I don't care about snakes, so Make of that what you will.
Do you care about death?
Do I fear death? No, I don't.
Oh, well, fair play.
Yeah. So yeah, mid lane. We'll see how Squadix plays into it. Ultimately, like you pick Viper, you expect Viper to do well.
Yeah, to be fair, Monkey King does have moments of aggression, especially if Viper runs out of mana. They are going on to 1J top.
Might
Nice
be a
double
dead
stun.
squirrel. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Will it be enough? Ike going very aggressively for this. Too aggressively for it. He's going to pay the price. 1J lives. Ike will die. Kiritich left all alone now. On pretty low mana as well. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't go for that. They've got the Burrow Strike and they've got the Bushwhack, but holding back from Kiritich, I guess. Here we go. They connect with both their spells. The 6-1 comes out, and now Ike comes back. So yeah, Acorn not helping out there.
Oh, and Kiritich dropped a mango in base for Ike to bring, but he didn't bring it because he panicked TP to lane. So a blunder on the mana, like on the resource management. So that mango just sitting in base all by itself on the floor.
If Kiritich dies for this, I can tell you there will be words.
No, we can reference. It's okay. We are aware. So that's already a bit of pressure being applied, and Monkey King, to be fair, he's doing relatively well in mid. He obviously doesn't have any points in Jingu because he's not going to right-click the Viper, but goes for a 2-2-0 build.
Cool.
I'm excited to see if Pugna's here as well. Like they're trying to go on him a little bit.
Yeah, this is a strange poke. I'm not sure this works
How's
out.
he gonna die?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Squadix will takes a cog. It's like, no, I'm trying to free you, bro. I think he's just there for the farm.
I mean, if the clock doesn't follow the Pugna, then you could argue Viper will get a little bit pressured there. But
yeah, top lane. Ike. Oh, nice grab there. The Gorgon's Grasp coming in clutch and buying Ike the space he needs to get away. He's not wanting to let this one go, but in comes the Monkey King. Looking over towards 1J. Should be able to bring down the Hoodwink. Hoodwink gonna wand up with the Fairy Fire. Might actually survive this yet. Acorn shot bouncing around. He's just too quick on Squadix, though. The boot difference really, really hurting. No scurry available for 1J. He will lose his life.
yeah, and this is what you're going to see from Monkey King, right? Because the Viper hits the level 4, level 5. 2.3 point poison attack. It is too much for the Monkey King to deal with. So he's going to try and look for wider map play to try and give himself some purpose. You need to be careful in League to not give that. Because if Monkey King doesn't get map kills and the Viper prevents him from feeling comfortable in mid lane, that's when you truly shut down the kind of the active nature on the side of VP. But we will see. And Panto's doing a pretty good job just following Antares around the map, not allowing this Pugna to really kind of set himself up in an area and start being annoying.
Yeah, it is one of the most annoying matchups for a Pugna. Playing into a Clockwork, which doesn't want you to do anything, kind of sucks as Antares loses most of his health to a couple of raises from the Shadow Fiend. At least they're not going on to Noticed, I guess. He's really... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, he's not really using these reflections like I've kind of been told that Terrorblades do, where they kind of span it off cooldown, but... Gets the 2 points in it, starts using them to threaten the Shadow Fiend.
You need your enemy to be strong. So if you think your enemy's weak, you don't use reflections. So it's kind of a mental game. The Shadow Fiend's like, wait, why is he not reflecting me? Does he not think I'm strong?
I'm a little weakling.
I'm a carry. I'm strong. You know, it's, I'm sure this really is what happens in inside the game.
Everybody's just as insecure as you are, T. Don't worry.
Thank you. Hey, don't talk about that on broadcast.
Sorry, I'll save it for the therapy sessions.
Thanks. I mean, if this was 2-0, we would have made it, but this pesky 3-game series ruined my evening.
Oops, Squadix being bounced around a little bit here. Could be in some trouble. Another raid's coming on down, dodged with the Mischief. Is it going to matter? I think it might. Squadix on the run, cannot escape Panto. 1J gets the kill. Panto might die for this one, but he'll be happy to do so, though he's actually just turning it around. He pops the salve, gets it in Tara's face, and one more click will be needed. Panto and 1J on the chase, and he gets a double for the Hoodwink. What a nice play coming out from Liga down in the bottom side.
To be fair, the Monkey couldn't get away from the barrier, so I kind of feel like if maybe Antares tanked the battery assault instead of decrepping the Monkey King, could have helped him out a little bit, but it's the small things. They are good to go down, getting punished. Mirage baiting with a double illusion, obviously leaving his other illusion in the mid lane, making it look like he's scouting with 2 illusions.
Ah, yeah, Fallen Cup, classic.
Doesn't see an opportunity to go there, so back to the old farm, and Wisdom Runes will be spawning in 30 seconds. But Clockwork is set up for a potential steal on the Dire side, and no one yet to think about the Radiant Wisdom Rune.
Ike's having a gander. Unfortunately, there will be a Sand King there to meet her, but does she have any way to stop him? No. Well, maybe. Ensnare if he's kind of trapped here. Moves across. Oh! Dragged back by the reel, and Monkey King comes across. Oh no, L1ga, he's been robbed! And they're just going to leave.
Dire's
Like,
middle tower is under
please.
attack.
But also,
Damn, that was clean.
Yeah, the Clock tried to go for the other one, didn't actually get it, and he barely survived, so quite a clutch kind of moment happening upside, but 1-for-1 split. No, wait, sorry, 2-for-0 split. VP taking both of them.
I love watching Monkey Kings move across the map. It looks so
Do you?
silly. Especially when they do the thing where they get on the floor and then jump back up again. It's just like, this is what a monkey would do. Wouldn't keep getting down to come back up again. You just swing. Why can't you just swing through the trees too? Oh, Mirage has been seen. Wukong's command going to come down with the reel and with the net. It's a lot of damage to come through onto the Viper. Mirage is going to drop him. Good play once again by the Monkey King and by Naga Siren. Aiken, Squadix on the same page for sure in this game. Shadow Fiend, he's kind of just chilling up here on the high ground, saying hello. Now he sees the opportunity, trying to find Ike here, and should be able to bring him down with a couple of raises. Nicely done.
It's all about the support rotation. Right. Whoever kind of breaks from the farm first will get the kill. A Clock plus Viper will kill Monkey King. The Naga plus Monkey King with Wukongs can kill the Viper, so it's really kind of a tale of who moves first, and VP just moving a little bit better in regards to the core kill. There's some heavy lifting and deaths from the Pugner and the Naga Siren, giving L1ga a slightly better looking scoreline, but it's just the supports kind of overstepping their mark. Right, we've seen. Look, this is one of the unhealthiest smoke ganks I've seen in my life, by the way. Just 3 half HP heroes just running into the jungle. They are going to get the kill, but...
Thank God she didn't drop a big fat snake there. That could have been bad.
If I saw a triple from Medusa, that would have been, yeah. We're up, bro.
Yeah, 9 minutes in the league are playing very actively. They seem to be much more confident this game. What I'm learning about this team is that they seem to be happiest when playing around, well, having like a nice active... Oh, hold on, we've got a fight taking place as Medusa's getting burnt down again here. Medusa dies back to back. That's going to feel real bad, but I don't think they've got enough to finish the job. Sand King TP's out. Everybody else around him was pretty low, but he didn't feel confident sticking around and trying to force the play to happen, so... That'll be that. And yeah, adjustment from last game, by the way. L1ga just going straight in for the Blink Dagger this time. Wants to be active, wants to make moves, doesn't want to be stuck waiting for a bloody Bloodstone again. That would be a waste of time. Get the Blink Dagger, get in there. Get in there, son. Which is kind of funny, because I actually feel like, for me it's flipped. This game I actually would have preferred to see the Bloodstone, because I think you can kind of just sit on the front lines, like sit inside a Wukong's command with a Bloodstone going on and actually survive.
I feel like there's enough magic damage behind you that you can also just play a much quicker game with the Blink Dagger. It's like find hero, get hero kill. Again, we've been seeing a little bit, but mid laners who want to go Hurricane Pike, rather than going for Dragon Lance, they go for 4-staff. Gives them just a little bit more kind of entry to the fight, and I'd argue this time around that would be a nice build for Mirage. Just go Treads, Null, Wraithband into a 4-staff, smoke up with your Sand King who's got a Blink Dagger, you see a guy, you just throw everything onto him, get a kill, you can disengage, allows you to get outside of Wukong's, but instead he's going to go for the Dragon Lance, and it's not the craziest difference, right? But I kind of feel like the Force gives a little bit more open map play. Either way, Shadow Fiend does take the top tower, and they are farming really well. As much as we praised Monkey King's ability to find a couple kills, due to the Viper matchup, he isn't really farming, right? He's at bottom of the net worth. He's only about 900 gold ahead of the Hoodwink, who's on the enemy team. And that is where at the start of the net worth disparity really kind of comes into play.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've just got this Terrorblade who's just kind of existing down on the bottom side, the offlane Terrorblade going for the pipe. It's not the scariest thing in the world. Doesn't feel like you're building up too much. Just 1J kills off on Terrors. Ike running around. By far the poorest hero in the game, has absolutely nothing. Brown Boots just arrived at minute 11, almost minute 12. Hook shot across, managed to find Squad X here. Oh, hello. Here comes a company as well. Everybody jumping onto this one, blowing up Squad X and taking him out of the game. Once again, making sure that he is permanently out of this one.
This is a much better looking Liga from the previous game, right? They've got kill combos, they're making moves, they're breaking down the map, and of course the hurdle that they face down the line will be the kind of the pipe of the Terrorblade, the eventual Manta of the Medusa that allows her to stand her ground just a little bit. I do like the fact that Noticed is just going straight for the pipe. We've seen many offlane Terrorblades in our series, even the open qualifiers, and they always seem to go Manta, like straight away, like straight for the farm. But I feel like Falcon Blade Pipe gives you a nicer entry to the game for your team, to then be greedy after. And yeah, this is what Noticed we'll be going for this time around. Especially into Viper and Sand King, it is just critical to be able to survive their burst, their jump.
Dire's bottom tower.
The tower falls. Only middle tower left for Virtus.pro. The SF really starting to get going. Much earlier than last game is he being active. How much do you think this will continue? Do you think the SF stops to kind of slow down a little bit, farm up, hit some timings, or do you think he's just going to keep on going until he hits a brick wall?
You mean the Shadow Fiend scaling for this game?
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
There is this eventual, you can't kill a Terrorblade and a Medusa. I think if you put Shadow Fiend alone against just one, with a couple supporting heroes, you might be able to deal with them, but Shadow Fiend naturally doesn't scale to beat out Terrorblade or Medusa in a pure core v core matchup. So having both in the game and the ability to one get a Scardy on the Terrorblade, the other one get the Daedalus for the damage, there is a brick wall that is inevitable for Shadow Fiend.
Oh, Squad X again manages to jump in, get himself the Wisdom Rune, still with enough HP to jump around with the Tree Dance as well. So
that's 4 Wisdom Runes now for VP,
wow.
Right?
Yeah.
They might not have gold, but they are quite smart lads. It's very clear.
Hey, we're getting loads more XP than... Oh, never mind. Hey, we're getting loads more XP. Oh, never mind. You can see how it kind of functions, though, with XP, can't you? Like, you get the kills, you gain it back, Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, Violent just going to blow up Antares again. Pugner, unfortunately, doesn't really have an answer to a Shadow Fiend. Don't decrypt yourself, bro. It doesn't help. Yeah, and this is just a complete breath of fresh air from game number 2, which was a really similar draft to this. I mean, they had the Shadow Fiend, they had the Sand King, but they just played it so slow, so carefully, so...
Kept TPing to push out waves. It just, like, every time you could fight, one guy went to go farm it. It was,
like
very
their fear is gone.
Oh, they found Monkey. They went to hook the Monkey, but found a Pugner.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well... How rough is that for Interrogation? He just casually in the area. They don't even know he's there.
Yep.
Like, why are you hooking me? He even has a sentry. Like, they know they didn't have wards there. Oh, well. Actually, no, wait. He didn't have a sentry. That was the other Radiant sentry. Either way.
To be fair, Radiant are playing
Pugner.
as if they're dire because they've just been on their side of the map pretty much the entire time now. 7k gold advantage now because of that. Ake going in, got to grab a bounty rune. I mean, rune game on point, you got to give it to him. Runes.
Sure, yeah, I'm actually just so excited for 21 minutes. I want to see the wisdoms again. Can VP get 6 wisdom runes? Has there ever been a team that got every single wisdom root of the game and lost? That feels like kind of like an impossible stat to create.
Yeah, that does feel
Maybe
very unlikely.
VP could be the team. They've not won much recently as an organization, right? They've been in the shadows, kind of the underdog of the region for many different tournaments and stuff. But they could win this award.
It could be it.
Yeah.
Something to tweet about. Monkey King still farming in the area. Do they see him with that flare? Oh, they don't. Squad X gifted a little bit here. The gift of life. So he had no idea they were coming. He was just in the zone hitting creeps. And they do have this ward down here, but it's a little bit of an awkward one. Doesn't quite see the monkey unless he's farming this specific camp. He places his own ward, but it is going to be seen if they do check the cliff. Ooh, jump past again, don't find the monkey. And they'll immediately deward that, so that was an instant deward. This is why cores shouldn't place wards, guys. This is... I don't know what they're doing.
Cores do have a tendency
we don't
to
know
just
what we're doing.
place it wherever they want. Like the mid laners, who if they get a ward, there's like an 80% chance that it's within proximity of their tower. It's just like top rune, bottom rune, mid. It's very, very simple for the mid lane ward. Good old core players. I think the vision game's easy. That was actually the best thing that happened in Dota, was like when Seb moved from off lane to 5. Just him talking about like, 5's actually pretty hard.
Validation.
Yeah, it's validation. If a good 5 player is often the best at laning, so everything else kind of falls into natural Dota, but if you're a bad 5, you're not very good at laning. So that's my one tip. If you're a 5 player, you must get better at your laning. You cannot rely on economy to fix your game.
Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
The past
tower
3
is under
kills
attack.
of this game have all been Pugna, by the way.
Dire's
It's slowed down
structures are
immensely,
fortified.
and I can feel it in the cast too. We've kind of hit a bit of a...
Yeah, let's hype ourselves up again.
Acceptance.
Let's get back in the zone.
Alright, what do we hype ourselves up though? They're just farming.
Yeah, well, we need to find an exciting topic to talk about.
Alright, you find the topic, I'm ready.
Alright, so...
If you
the
talk about
Mongolian
Mongolian
theistic
culture...
system.
Is under attack.
Really interesting, let me tell you. But Kiritich is kind of on his way towards Skadi. He's going to be a bit of a monster. Shadow Fiend versus Medusa. Well, I mean, when they're neck and neck on farm, it's probably going to feel pretty good for the Medusa. You can have my concerns about Shadow Fiend and the rate in which this game is slowing down. Again, like, the moves are just not really happening. I think it's honestly partly because they are just kind of getting these random support kills across the map by these supports, which like to play super deep on the side of Virtus.pro. Okay, that's not a random support kill. That's a... Yes, that is a solo kill.
That's
Ooh.
pretty high. To be fair, like VP, we spoke about it in the draft, like their entire play after laning, after laning phase is playing the map, right? You've got, 3 illusion heroes because Medusa buys Manta, then you have Terrorblade Naga, they're all skipping. Monkey King naturally skips waves. Pugna, high move speed, can play the map and run around and, blast a wave or 2. They concede the kills, they're not strong enough to fight 5-on-5. They know that themselves. So they are just resorting to skip waves, play map, wait for the Medusa. Again, it was just kind of like game 1, right? And Kiritich, he did the work to... like game 2, sorry. I can't... All the games are blended in together. But either way, when Kiritich last played Medusa, it was the same logic. Just wait for Medusa, she'll do it. Hold.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
14 for 2 at 8,000 gold lead.
Yeah, double damage on the Shadow Fiend, though. Going to be easily able to take this tower. When will we see some life coming out of this Medusa? When will we see some life coming out of Terrorblade as well?
Dire's middle tower
We haven't really spoken too much about the offlane Terrorblade, but he hasn't really done anything. Looking for this pipe, somewhat close to it. Will it be there in time, though?
are scanning.
Shadowfiend tickling the tower. That's a bit more than tickling, it's almost dead. And I want to see what hitting the tower looks like. Squadix dead again. Viper catches him out on the bounty rune. But he did get it, T! He did get it! 2 more bounty runes secured!
You mean wisdom?
Wisdom rune, sorry, yes, wisdom.
That could have been such a hype moment, but you blundered
bounty
it.
of the mind.
Yes.
Just got to be intellectual about it. Shadowfiend jumps in from behind with the Requiem. Song's going to come out, though, to reset this fight. And look how deep in they are. This might just be a dead Panto because, yeah, Sand is not sticking around to find out how that one ends. Gets himself away. No Requiem available as well. I'm a little bit surprised Violent's still sticking around here. I feel like you just hit the reset button, you know? The Requiem wasn't the greatest. Didn't really find anything. Reset, go again. No reason to force this, I would say. In my professional opinion.
Very professional opinion.
As a Dota2 professional.
I just looked at Monkey King's items again, and it made me really, really sad.
Don't do it. Hey, he might take a bit of mana from you inside Wukong's command, okay? Boundless Strike as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like 100 mana, just gone. Then what? It's like nearly a whole spell.
That is crazy, actually. You know what? I take it back. This Monkey King's so farmed.
now you're getting it.
I mean, they are smoked up. They're trying to make a play around the Roche
They
pit.
need their Sand King. He's TP'd over. They have their Sand King. Oof, good news. Yeah, now they see...
Brandon on the steps.
Yeah. They're not willing to go on Kiritich, though. Not without knowing where the rest of the team is. But keep in mind, no Song available for this. It's already been used in the previous fight, but now Wukong's command coming in around the backlines, kind of messing with the Sand King here and messing up the initiation. Health not looking the best for the side of Liga, but hookshot in onto the Medusa. They're trying to control her up as Shadowfiend just trying to go toe for toe with the Medusa in the middle of this. Meanwhile, Mirage just trying to chase down the Monkey King. And Requiem comes out, forces them back. They have lost the Monkey King, but Mirage has gone down as well, as has L1ga. So Violent suddenly finds himself all alone on the Shadowfiend. He just needs to run. This will be Virtus.pro's fight, and possibly their Roshan as well. 30 seconds on both the Sand King and on the Viper, so things not looking clean here at all. Sure, they get the Monkey, but they don't need him for a Roshan attempt, that's for sure.
Yeah, we kind of joked about the fact that Monkey King didn't really have any presence, but he locked onto the Sand King very early on in that fight. He brought him quite low, jumped back to the tree line. Then he helps get the kill again, so he did a lot of work just preventing Sand King from ever hitting that epicenter. And Liga, they had a pretty good position, but what's the clockwork? I mean, maybe there are 2 illusions scouting out right now.
It's a little tricky. He's got to get the angle right.
And there is again the illusion blocking it.
Oh, he's alerted the Horde. Yeah, the illusion's coming.
If he was smoked, that'd be very cool, but to use a smoke in that position, it could be a little bit dicey.
Of all the heroes to not get one of those curving abilities, you know how Grimstroke and Puck have them.
But a curving hook shot.
Please, it would be so sick.
How about like a hook, like a hook box where you can like place it, and then you pivot from the place where you place it, so you can like throw out a little box, and then from there you have like a 360. Straight line to throw it out from a new angle. But then it's like a super high cooldown or something, I don't know.
Not too sure what you're getting at here.
You don't, okay.
Put it down.
So you know how you have swash like the swash from Pangolier?
Yes.
Imagine that, but when you have the same cast type, but when you click it, you kind of cast it in like an L shape, basically. So rather than being curved, it's like you throw out the animation is like you throw a little box, and from the box and the hook spawns in, basically, type of thing.
Hunter so trying to escape.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
TPing out, and they don't actually have an interrupt for that now. The Gorgon's Gasp been used, so he's gone.
He's gone. You just made me really excited about a hookshot idea, and then you started casting, and it ruined my.
it was a cool idea, dude.
It's kind of you felt like my dad who just didn't want to hear me talk about what I've done at school at one time.
Like, lovely drawing. We'll put it on the fridge.
Thank you.
We don't have
And just in case my dad is watching, he did support me throughout my childhood and listened to me. It was more. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
One of you.
Your dad is a big fan of EEU, Dota2 qualifiers.
Yep, that's
So-
for sure. He loves it.
Radiant are scanning.
Big
VP
Kiritich
just
fan.
slowly feels like, even though they're 8k down, the threat of Medusa is super strong, and they are jumping on
They're
the Naga
posing
siren.
as if they're ahead, and yeah, it seems like Liga are believing them, but they do kill off the Naga at least.
H just has such aggressive positioning. Like every time, I feel like he's, even though he's only got 4 deaths, it feels like he's had many more. Not to be the case. Monkey King soon to have BKB. Terrorblade, not any major item progression. Feels like any economy available on the side of VP is going the way of Medusa. They don't want to take too much from her and split the farm too much, so...
Yeah, I do feel like the biggest item pickup recently has definitely been the Daedalus on the Shadow Fiend. This is going to help him click much, much harder and bring down these kind of tanky heroes on the side of Virtus.pro, of which there's only really one, but you still want to kill him. I mean, I do feel like League will win every fight, as long as you can just get off your spells from the Sanking. These heroes don't have phenomenal answers towards a Sanking. All they've got is a pipe. But ultimately, a pipe ain't going to do enough to help save your backlines against this hero. It's a very good Sanking game, but again, just being caught out a little bit here. Going to pop the Shivas, try and run himself away. Kiritich will not be chasing this one. Despite having the Aegis up for another bit of time, he's just going to use it to take this tier 2 tower. The first tier 2 off Liga is likely going to fall here. Fortification comes out, but they've got it pretty well set up. Squad X waiting in the trees also has its own Black King bar very, very soon. And the tier 2 will fall to Kiritich. Butterfly now delivered as well, so... Oh, Shadow Fiend. Just an item behind at every opportunity.
But you don't buy MKB on Shadow Fiend, so it's like, even if you are an item behind it, well, first of all, he's actually done pretty well on net worth. He's ahead of net worth, so I'm not even going to try and say that one. It's more like the hero versus hero. You can never match her items. Like when she gets Scardy, you don't have Daedalus. When she gets Butterfly, you don't buy MKB. So it's really just a... Can Liga set up the Shadow Fiend to kill other heroes first? I think Monkey King, of course, not had the best of games and still vulnerable. Like, yes, he's going to have some bonus armor during Wukongs, but Shadow Fiend with Daedalus, he can go down. And if Monkey King goes quite quickly, if they die throughout the song because SF press BKB, then maybe they can find ways to kite out the Medusa. But it will be very, very difficult. As time progresses, like we said during the draft, like VP's lineup, it is the late game beast. It is the illusion spam, the Medusa 1v9 type game. And Liga, they had the ability to do it. They had some of the timings in the mid game, but just slowed down. Seems
Massively,
to be the Liga style.
Yep, the Liga style of not doing a whole lot with your advantage, unfortunately. Struggling to really kind of put the nail into this one. And now Virtus.pro, they're still behind, but it does kind of feel... You know, I'm really not concerned about Liga making plays, because... Again, they'll just take their support kills and move on, but maybe that's credit towards Virtus.pro, being able to protect their cores really nicely. Being able to dangle out some supports and bait the enemy team quite often. Oh, big fight over the Invis rune. Who's going to get it? It is a clockwork. How exciting. Carrots down will be eaten. Kiritich dangling a little bit here. I mean, he feels strong. He's pretty hard to kill off. Again, no penetration for this Butterfly. Mirage is going to go for that MKB eventually, but it'll be a while in the making. Just picked up his own BKB, Sanjin Yasha, Hurricane Pike, and that'll have to be the answer they settle for. No, it definitely feels like a kill everybody except Medusa and try to come back and do with her after the fight's kind of already over sort of thing.
Also, on top of that, they're trying to do this during Naga's song. Like, they have to do all of this and hope they don't get turned around.
Yeah, and the song is just super good for Medusa as well because it allows her to reposition in the fights, which is often what the hero needs. When you see Medusa's going for Swift Blink or, you know, even sometimes Hurricane Pike in games where it doesn't look particularly good, it's often because they just need to get into the fights, get a little bit deeper, get some shots off on the right heroes, finish off kills. So Kiritich doesn't need to worry about that, which is a very nice luxury to have. And you can see that's in his build as well, you know, not looking for the Swift Blink, not looking for anything like that, just going to rely on the Naga Siren to give him that repositioning tool.
And
should be enough.
The fact that Shadowfiend didn't buy BKB yet, I understand that Medusa doesn't care if you buy BKB, but I think just the kill, maybe he also doesn't care about the song. I'm just trying to think, like, I'm trying to think of a world where you jump Monkey, you want to get the kill, or you jump Terrorblade, but you don't want to get Sundered, so you need to press BKB. Or you don't want to get Song turned around, so you want to press BKB, right? Like, I feel like the value of killing them requires BKB, but in the long fight against Medusa, you don't want it. So Shadowfiend had a very clear question that he had to answer, and he has opted for the play the really long fight, don't care about these moments.
Alright, see you later, I guess.
Alright, yeah, fair enough.
Go for the sneaky TP out in the trees. I mean, that is a big kill. That is a big deal. They can now move down to the bottom side of the map, look to take this Roshan, and it is going to be a very short respawn on Roche. Smoke up, Liga. They're thinking of doing something. Hold on, everybody. What can they find? Kiritich could be the answer here. Jump forward, looking for the Medusa. Everything being used. Requiem gonna come off in time as well. Stone Gaze does just about come through though. Out of matter on the Medusa though. Is it gonna matter? The hook shot is nice along with the cogs as well. Wukongs comes down, but they just need to focus on killing off Kiritich, and that is what they will do. Kiritich is gone. Squadix as well, also in the trees as L1ga tries to play around with the Monkey King, and yep, there you go. His buddies are there to help him out, and now they can look to do some real damage. And again, you're always wondering with this Shadowfiend hero, does he actually go for the Roshan, or does he just use these massive anti-armor stacks to just go for the base? And I think that is going to be the play here.
Up the high ground, yeah. Have a little look, see if they got buyback. Again, you saw the axe complete on the Medusa, so you can assume that she doesn't have it. And on top of that, where was the Naga Siren? Where was the song to turn that fight back around for the side of EP? Just not in position on the Naga, and now you've lost your base. Finally, Liga get the confidence to look for a kill. They get the kills. Forcing out a glyph, gonna reset it with the melee barracks. And play disciplined here. You go for the Roshan, don't go for that second lane of racks. There is gonna be a glyph available.
Absolutely. One lane of barracks into the Roche, still got the lasting presence going, the 3 stacks off it. It means that your Presence of the Dark Lord is currently minus 13 armor.
That's a lot of negative armor.
Yeah, Roshan's not enjoying that one too much, and yeah, he's gonna lose his life. Gives up the Aegis, Roshan's banner here as well. Panto's gonna grab that one. Things really looking good for Liga now. 10k gold advantage. Their Shadowfiend's now in this commanding position where, sure, he can't really attack the Medusa too successfully, but he's now got a butterfly of his own, so he can't be attacked by the Medusa too successfully. What else is there? There's not that much magic damage. There's no Sanking on the enemy team. There's no Mars. There's no nothing to jump in and just blow him up. So it really is a nice game for him as long as he doesn't get disabled. Just continuing to ignore BKB. It might just work out for Violent. Sanking finished his own BKB. It's going to come from the top side. Allow him to be a bit more free on the map. They've actually forgotten what Wisdom Runes are at this point, by the way. There is one available. L1ga looks like he is going to go grab it. The first bounty rune for Liga.
Wisdom. Stop saying bounty.
Yeah, no, that's a shame.
Okay. Ah, well, it's too late. Time's passed. L1ga's dead.
Here's a bit.
Do you want to fake it as if we just checked it? We can like load up the stats and have a look and like, you know, Just for your clip, or do you not?
No,
do you
it's
not want
rude.
it?
It was rude. That was stupid.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's
Okay.
dumb. I'm an idiot.
Radiant's middle tower
Oh, they got
is
another
under
one.
attack.
Doubling their wisdom runes this game. It's just not fun.
So what colour are the bounty runes then, man? Let's do some rune homework real quick whilst we got another slow part of the game.
Honey coloured.
Okay, and what colour are the wisdom runes?
Radiant's top
Ink.
tower is under attack.
Nice. And arcane? Oh,
Candy
spoiling the
floss.
homework, we just showed it to him.
Thanks.
Alright, you passed your rune test at 36 minutes. We'll
Yay.
give it another go later down the line.
I did
I'll
it.
surprise you. I won't warn
Did
you
I-
this time. I'll just mid-cast, I'll just say a rune and you'll have to see
I'll
a
get
couple
you.
of-
I can't believe VP are actually able to take a tower here. That's pretty wild. I feel like they should be locked in their base, but nope, they're out here. They're taking towers. They're being aggressive.
Again, the draft is beautiful on the map. Like I love to see them utilize it like this. It really is just a lot of poking, but one misposition and then the strength of the team fight comes to life for Liga. And I think Ake's really got to be in a better place next time. Like I think it is such a large blunder for your Naga Siren to go down in like the first big team fight to not have Song used at all is just potentially a game-losing mistake. Like you had all the momentum on your side. They finally find the Dusa. They finally have the confidence, and you're not there to save her. Especially with no BKBs. Like there's no BKB on Sand King at that time. The Viper I think just had one complete. Shadow Fiend didn't have one at all. So
Here we go.
that
2
is
minutes
going
on
to be the
Aegis.
moment we look
Shadow
at.
Fiend stepping up. Gonna get frozen solid for the time being by his Aghanims on the Medusa. Losing his health a little bit here, but Kiritich also extremely low on mana, so will also have to back himself away. 2-man stun, but in comes Albica from the sidelines, connecting onto the Monkey King, and they will blow him up. The first casualty of the fight is going to be Squadix. I look over towards those parrots, keep on hitting away. Those snakes, though, doing so much work, being so damn annoying, and the reflection as well. Causing issues, but not enough
Going for
issues.
the end.
They are a little bit here, yeah. Requiem is going to come down from the Shadow Feeders. Now tanking with the Bloodstone, going to keep himself alive. Notice, going to have to be healed up through this. Will just about live for this, but Albica just keeps on chasing and will finish the job. Nicely done by the Sand King. Now the Stone Gaze gets used, and the Shadow Fiend's not even here. He's just continuing to click away at the building.
Needs
He wants
end.
out. He wants to go to bed. It is well past Violent's bedtime, and he's going to get in trouble with his mum if he doesn't end this right now. So that's exactly what he's going to do. Ancient getting low, Song's going to be there, but what difference is it going to make? Finally, a Song comes out, and he will be tipped
One by
by
one.
the Shadow Fiend. Sad face come through as well, a little bit of chatter as well, which we don't know what it says. The fortification comes out, but Shadow Fiend full H with the Satanic, going to be absolutely fine just to finish this one up. In fact, he's just turning around and hitting into the Medusa. Sure, Kiritich gets a triple kill, but it means absolutely nothing. GG comes out, and Liga will take game number 3 and make their way through to the upper bracket finals.
A very interesting game, honestly. 26 for 9 kill score to